Hey everyone, hi, hello, how are you doing? It is I, Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. I'm in the right camera, good. Hey everyone, how are you? How's it going? Uh, wait, you're talking about me breaking ankles, aren't you? Hi everybody. Right, there's no critical role tonight, so I am allowed to walk slowly, super over encumbered. It's fine. Although once I get off of the stream tonight, I have to uh do some things, some of which might be very exciting, maybe. Hey, be right. The name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. But if the first two letters are ever the same, I drop them both and say the name like Bob. Bob drop the B's, Bo, or Fred. Fred drop the F's, fo, red, or Mary. Mary drop the M's, mo, airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. Be right, bo, e right, banana, fanna, fo, fee right, fee, fi, mo, me right. Be right. Scabbinac, bo, babinac, banana, fanna, fo, fabinac, fee, fi, mo, mabinac. Scabbinac. And I saw somebody earlier. Wait, cannot escape me. Wait, Streamlabs thing. Wait, where are you? Schmelzer, bo, belzer, banana, fanna, fo, felzer, fee, fi, mo, melzer. Schmelzer. The name. Oh, wait. Rissa, bo, bissa, banana, fanna, fo, fissa, fee, fi, mo, missa. Rissa. The name game. Thank you all for those resubs. It is very much appreciated. How are you all doing? How's it going? I want to know. I want to know all the things. Also, Prax thinks I'm going to go and force Mackenzie to break his ankle, but I would never do that. But Ger, Bobert, banana, fanna, faux faire, fee, fa, mon mère. Ger. The name game. Hello. More. I feel like I'm missing comments. So he might, maybe he won't break his ankle. I don't know. I just feel like he might, you know, get over his ankle problems, I'm hoping. So hey everybody, how you all doing? I just want to, I want to chat with you for a second before I start the game. Not like I've ever done that before. So I want to tell you things. I want to tell you a lot of things. Or maybe I want to tell you nothing. I don't know. So look, first off, it's DragonCon right now. DragonCon is happening here in Atlanta. And people are asking me, so it's DragonCon. Are you going to go to DragonCon? And I say, no, I'm not going to DragonCon. People were like, why not? You're here. And DragonCon was like, Corona. I'm not going to DragonCon and be in an in-person con with lots and lots of people when there are breakthrough cases happening all over the place. So, no, I'm not going to do it. If I want to come to DragonCon, I'll just wait like another year. And same thing with Gen Con. I'm not going to cons. I'm also not going to any academic conferences in person either. Because it turns out the Society for Ethnomusicology has its annual meeting here in Atlanta. And people are like, you're in Atlanta. Are you going to go to SEM? And I was like, no, I'm not going to SEM because Corona. Although, turns out, people were like, I can't believe you're not going to go to the SEM. And I was like, I'm not going. Corona. Guess what? They canceled the in-person meeting. They're going to do it. They're going to hold it virtually now, because obviously. So, there you go. B Right says Trooper always plays the game from the very start of the stream. It just has some DLC that appears to be chatting. It's true. There's just some DLC that's chatting. So I wanted to tell you that I'm not doing that. And I know that and here's the thing. It's really interesting. Because a lot of people are like, well, I'm vaccinated, so who cares? And I was like, well, first off, just because you're vaccinated doesn't mean you can't get it. It just means that you're less likely to get it. And if you do get it, it probably won't be as bad. But like, let's not be ridiculous, right? So anyway, I'm still masking when I go outside, and I'm still not taking lots of chances because even though I am vaccinated, uh, trying to be responsible. That was the first thing. They no longer claim the less likely to get. I don't believe. Really? Huh? Because I heard like there's like some percentage of, but then again the Delta variant, like there's, and I hear there's a brand new variant. You know what? Less severe symptoms. Yeah, but I think there was a thing about like it should protect you like 70, 80% if you're vaccinated, I think. Oh, they walked it back. Oh, interesting. All I know is that I just don't feel like going to a convention with hundreds of thousands of people is a good idea right now. That's just my thought. Coldrake says the head of our state university hospital came right out and said 9% of those in the ICU did not get any vaccinations. Yeah, I think that, right. So because I'm vaccinated, I know that I'm in a better spot than people who are not vaccinated. But nonetheless, I just kind of feel like we're just not finished yet. So I don't want to like rush out and be like, woo, I'm gonna take off all my clothes and run through the streets because I'm vaccinated, which actually that's not what the vaccination does for you. I don't think that being vaccinated means you can run through the streets naked, but I mean, I feel like you get my point. I feel like you get my point. Uh, right? Coldrick says we have a lambda variant and a mu variant that indicate it is vax tolerant. Oh, that's not great. Carlin says being vaccinated seems to almost entirely prevent being hospitalized, which is good. Something like 95% effective at that. But any other claims to be too early or invalid with Delta. Yeah, and I just feel like I think Krellin was saying this in a chat that the way science works, it just takes you just need more data, and we need more time, right, for that data to come in. So I'm gonna wait for it, right? Well, now I'm not getting it. Getting vax induces streaking. It might. For all I know, getting vax means streaking. I think, isn't that how it works? I'm not certain, but I feel like that's what I learned in the 70s. Choo choo. Delta variant has a higher viral load even if vaccinated, but infection is less likely to be as serious if it happens and you are vaccinated. Yeah. It has to do with the magnetism, surely. By the way, we got some bits, and I feel like you all know what that means. That means that I'm going to sing We're in the Money, as sung by Ginger Rogers in the film Gold Diggers of 1933, which means I'm singing in Pig Latin. Don't let me forget to tell you about something else that I can't tell you about. I'm going to just tell you. And I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to say something after I sing this song. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. But I'm going to be like, hey, here's this thing that I can't tell you. Yeah. Right. I'm going to tell you now because I'm going to forget. So here's the thing, y'all. Nobody knows this. It's a secret. And I can't actually tell you what it is because it's a secret. But I got an email last night at 2 in the morning. Yesterday at 2 a.m., 2:40. I did not read it until today. Or maybe I read it. Nonetheless, I got an email. And the email's super interesting, but I cannot tell you what it is. And I don't even know all the details of what it is. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. You know. A thing. And I have to respond to the email to find out more information. And I don't know if this email will lead to anything or if it will not lead to anything. If it does lead to anything, then that means at some point in time I'll be able to tell you what it is. But it may not lead to anything. It may not. Look, the email was an inquiry and it may not lead to anything at all. But if it does lead to something, it'll be kind of cool. Although I don't even know what it is fully because, it's just like an initial thing. Anyway, there's a possibility of something maybe cool. And if it happens, I'll tell you. That's what I'll tell you. Makes a note. Tell us something. Yeah, it's a secret email. I got it. Yeah. 2 a.m. Was it Prince from the Desert Countries? Are you getting split? Well, Coldrake. Coldrake, don't let me forget to tell you about a thing about that. Secret emails, yes. Rissa says, I can't imagine going to a big con right now. Yeah, I couldn't imagine it. I just got home from an in-person work picnic with Vax coworkers outside in the sunshine. It was still stressful. Good, but stressful, yeah. It's from a Nigerian prince with an amazing, super safer offer you can't refuse. Mm-hmm. Can I wish it leads to a job with a perma home at some super uber uni? It better not mean missing more road to Rilia. I don't think so. I don't think so. By the way, I'm trying to figure out when we're going to be done with Faint Dawn. I think I still might miss the next Road to Rilia, but I don't think any after that. Okay, so I wanted to tell you something about the secret emails from the Nigerian prince because I have a really strong feeling. I got one once, and I have a really strong feeling about it. Uh, I'm not going to forget to sing this because it's right here. Look, I got an email from somebody who was like, I was like the finance minister of like Nigeria or whatever, and I have embezzled like two like $40 million or whatever, $2 billion, I don't know, some huge amount of money from the country's treasury. And I've embezzled it out of the country, but now I can't get access to it. So if you could help me, like if you could be my proxy, then you can help me get the money out from my Swiss bank account or whatever it was. And then I'll give you a percentage, whatever. And I was so insulted by this email. Now, why was I insulted? Now, first off, I know that it's spam. Like, I know it's spam. I know it's not real. So I'm like, whatever, it's fine. But here's what really upset me. If it were real, if this were actually true, what makes this person think that I would help them steal millions and millions of dollars from a developing country? Why would I help them? Like, it probably wasn't Nigeria. It was like some other country in Africa that is not doing great sort of economically. Why would I help you? Like, if first off, if you stole like tens of millions of dollars from a developing country, you're a scumbag. And I am not going to help you with your like scheme to like, because that money probably came from the people of that country and you're stealing it like some kind of kleptocrat. And I would not help you. Like, even if that were a true thing, I would not help that person who is like harming people in some country. Why would I do that? Like, I would never do that. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Because you had a cool email. It is only real if they offer you extended car coverage. Oh yeah. Hacksaw2000hotmail.com. Hello, I'm a total stranger. Help me do a federal crime. Yeah, come on, right? International crime. I'm not going to do that. What if he's protecting it from a local warlord and he's going to build a hospital later? Yeah, he didn't say that though. Instead he was all like, yeah, hey Paysan, also your turn, my turn. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go and like, I've just done this. I feel like this is what I feel like. I feel like by presenting himself as slightly sketchy, if you agree to help him, you're now implicated in some kind of international crime, so therefore you're less likely to tell on him. And also, then I feel like if you come forward pretending like you're doing some kind of international crime, people may be more likely to believe you than if you're like, hey, I embezzled $20 million from this country so I could build a hospital later. Like, I feel like there's like some kind of psychology behind the way they're presenting themselves as slightly illegal, to make it more enticing to people who want to get something that they are not supposed to get. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's some kind of psychology behind it that clearly was not working on me. Now, if it was written more like, oh, time of gifts. Ooh, time of gifts. You know what this means. This means there's going to be some name game. Time of gifts. Thank you for those gift subs. I'm going to have to sing right now. Let's see. Now, if it was written more like an Ocean's 11 script from some old school chump. If he's slightly sketchy, does that make him a scam artist asking for a friend? Maybe. Also, time of gifts. I want to thank you for this. Speaking of time of gifts, giving up their name, living up to them. Yes. Oh, speaking of which, I need to, there's a thing I want to do. Jer, don't let me forget. I want to talk to you about more emotes because we've got like, there's this like alternative emote path and we can get more emotes. And I feel like we need some, so I'm going to think about it. A guy went to school with, says Skabianak, who I knew was in prison for arson for setting abandoned houses on fire, messaged me on Facebook asking if I wanted to buy a military infrared scope. Why, yes, I'd love to commit a few felonies with you. Right? Thank you for posting the bunker. Because don't let me forget, I want to do more emotes and I want to talk to you about them and actually maybe everybody. But first, the name game. Hey, toy boat sailor, come on everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F, moment and will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Downomad, 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 Bobamo Nomad, Banana Fanafo Faunomad, Fee Fi Mo Maunomad. Downomad, Wild Engineer, Wild Engineer, Wild Engineer, Wild Engineer, Banana Fanafo Filed Engineer, Fee Fi Mo Mild Engineer. Wild Engineer, Gondlar, 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 Bobondlar, Banana Fanafo Fondlar, Fee Fi Mo Mondlar. Gondlar, Natorum, 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 Bobatorum, Banana Fanafo Fatorum, Fee Fi Mo Matorum. Natorum, Deck dice, deck dice, beck dice, banana fana, fofect dice, fee fi, momec dice. Deck dice, the name game. Woo! I think we've got one more coming up for us. Also, hey DSB221, I haven't seen you in a while, except in chat. You know what I mean. Also, Airway and hey, the anime. Airway and hey, the anime. Way at gilly at way of way at way at way to utet gilly young way. Airway and hey, the anime. Ede I skays are ani say. Old man the idiot pray, ooh, are ooh, tray, you stay on way young ray. Ewe ever eat red lands lay, of way at brands lay, ute day. And we see the end, or look like the eye, we're in the eye, we're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. So exciting. Thank you. You know what I just realized? I realized that I spent all this time the other day. I spent like maybe an hour, 45 minutes, making panic buttons in case we get a hate raid. I did all this research on how to make them, how to make a really good panic button, made a good panic button for Colos, so that I've got these panic buttons now on the Colos screens. But I realized I don't actually have the panic buttons for this basic stream. So I'm going to have to go and make those probably sometime tonight. I'm going to make my panic buttons so I can just like hit the stream deck in case of badness. And I just have to remind myself to do that. That's all. Time of Gift says, I've just finished a Pendragon roleplay. Ooh. In order to attract a prestigious knight to our court, I'm just swear to help him kill Merlin. I'm sure everything will be fine. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Time of Gifts. I'm sure that'll. Ooh, yeah. Kill Merlin? Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. It might not be fine. I don't know. We'll see. I've been missing this especially. Oh, your turn, my turn. I know, I miss him. You know, speaking of which, I have been working on my wrist, still working on it, doing my exercises. Sometimes even getting them in twice a day. I played the banjo a little bit, which is questionable because fretting. But you know, I played a little bit, and I was like, oh, I can still play a little bit. I'm not as fluid as I could be, but you know, you never know. You might get some more banjo on the stream soon. Just you know, give me some moments, as it were. Uh, I'm sad that you have to take time out of your life to prepare for hate raids, but I'm happy that you're prepared. Yes, I just don't actually have the panic button on this thing at the moment, so you know, I'll just have to just note it, and I'll get it done. I'll get it done. I'm just gonna make it here. So, is there anything else I wanted to tell you? Yeah. Oh, I've got a lot of things that are like floating around as possibilities. One, which is that secret email, which let's hope I can tell you something interesting about that later. The other one is that I've been asked to GM at a place and time, which I cannot tell you about just yet. I don't think, but it'll be 2 hours. It'll be a 2-hour one shot at a place at a time. And I was like, ooh, what should I do for a 2-hour one shot? A one shot that's 2 hours only. What can I do that'll be interesting? No panic button, silently slips into mod view. If it happens, we'll just have to clear the chat, go to follower only or sub only, and then emote, like We're gonna have to. I will just by hand make sure that the alerts are not visible, so that that won't happen. Anyway, like we got this. We got this. Um, yes. So, and he was like, Clockwork Dominion, maybe. Um, I was thinking about because I want something that will be okay. So here are some of my thoughts. Um, when people do one shots, very often one shots skew towards comedy because people are like, oh, it's a one shot. Let's go for the laughs. People, I think it's like a security thing. People feel a little bit nervous, so they go for the laughs. I watched a video today, says Skebinak, from a creator I like about how she prepared. Seems like a button that should be in mod view already. Um, well, I suppose so, but of course people like do it slightly different ways. Like I probably wouldn't go to sub only mode, uh, because if you've been following for a long time, I feel like you should be able to talk, right? So I think people will do slightly different things, but I can't wait for Twitch to take care of that. You're like, I have an emote ready. Yes. Oh, that's a great emote. I love that emote. And now I want that emote. Like that emote is so good. Um, yeah, I can't wait for Twitch to do something for it. That'd be really nice. Because they've been like doing these raids on some of the official Twitch channels and everything. So you're like, when is Twitch going to do something about that? Um, oh yeah. So here's what I was thinking. I was thinking for a a 2 hour one shot. I feel like you need something that because I don't want it to like skew towards comedy. Something that is like archetypal enough that people get the archetype right away. And I want to be able to get some good RP. I want it to be something different, i.e., I don't want it to be D&D because everyone does that, so I want to do something sort of different. And I was like, okay, what can I do? What can I do that would be different from what people normally get, which is like, people get like, there are things that are very popular right now, something different. Um, I had an idea. I'm thinking 1950s noir. Like I'm thinking like a 1950s noir thing with only two players. I'm thinking like some kind of like uh, buddy detective or thing like this, right? So like a noir detective thing. Um, Instead of D&D, do TNT. And watch the dressmaker for sure, right? So I'm thinking, uh, am I breaking out that filter? Uh, wait, which one? So like, right, I'm just thinking like, okay, maybe like some kind of a noir. So I'm still, well, I'm thinking not Cthulhu because I feel like that's quite done. So I'm thinking maybe something, yeah, like a dragnet or like I'm just trying to think something that like because the thing is I think a noir is archetypal enough that people will get it like without a lot of backstory. Like people get the genre. They're like, okay, we get it. It's kind of hard boiled, um, right? And so I'm just like pondering. Um, I'm pondering what would be a good. Ooh, I'm gonna copy this link. If you're doing a 50s thing, you could always get Anna Geeks to cosplay. That is true. So let me. Where am I going to write this down? I'm going to write this down here. Um, boom. Okay. And there. 4 inches of water in the basement, but drying it out. Ooh. Terrible. So anyway, I was like, okay, what, like, because I was thinking that my thought was, if I only get a 2 hour slot, I think I want just two players. Because if I have two players, they get more spotlight time rather than four or five, and which means in a 2 hour show with only two players, we'll have more RP. Because with four players in 2 hours, the RP is gonna be a little bit minimal, and if we only have two players, you'll get more RP, so you can get some really good RP in there, uh, and you just have to do something like a little bit archetypal. Yeah, right. This was my thought. This is my thought on that. So, let me entertain you. Let me make you smile. If you know the Gypsy. If you know it. Have you seen Brick? I have seen Brick. It's a noir story. Yeah. Oh, I have seen Brick, and I thought it was great. It was. I think that was the first thing I saw by Ryan Johnson, and I liked it very much. I thought it was pretty awesome. I thought it was good. Right. So while we're here, everyone, why don't we you know, just go to the game screen so that we can I don't know get some fish while we're chatting. Uh, I'm glad that your basement is drying out, Prax. That makes me happy to hear it. What kind of story do you want to tell? So the thing is, what I'm thinking about scope, right? I'm thinking about like a 2 hour one shot that I don't want to be comedic, that I want to get. Um, I want to be something special. Do you know what I mean? Like I want it to be something that is not just what you'd always get. So I'm just thinking, okay, uh, two people is probably good. So it's like, okay, what can I do with two people? I could do like 60 spies. I could do like 50s noir. I could do like 20s gangsters. I could do, uh, ooh, hey, we're cooking that bass. This is good. Oh, we're cooking with gas is what we're doing, which is great. Also, apparently I'm tired, which is less great. I'm gonna use this hatchet on it, and then hopefully, yeah, okay, we're good. We've got like 17 minutes. We are golden, everybody. We're in a great space. This sounds amazing to me. Like, what level of weird magic, sort of that I've not decided yet if I want it to have weirdness, and I think what I think about that will depend on what system I use. Hey, Escape, how are you? By the way, all of you all who are German speakers, you know how I said I was playing the banjo, which I was, although I shouldn't have been because again, my wrist is not where it needs to be for me to do that. But I was just gonna just play a little bit. One of the songs I was practicing was "Mach die Augen zu" by Die Ärzte, and so you don't know, like maybe you will hear me bust out that song sometime in the near future. This is all I'm saying. I'm just saying that, ooh, I want something that I'm not getting right now. It's fine. It's fine. Um, Weird can be different instead of straight magic. That's true. That's true. Um, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do about that one yet. I haven't decided. Um, I think some of it will depend on what system I use, and what system I use is going to be a bit of a question because it's a one shot for 2 hours. So you have that situation. You need to do. Let's see. Let me just take this and see if we have anything else to cook. We do. We have fish to cook, as a matter of fact. Okay, we're gonna cook that. Because here's the thing: I've got a lot of raw fish on my personage, and I feel like it would be important to. I really wish I were not cooking. I wish we were not cooking here. I wish we were cooking up in the stove in a cabin where there's more than one cooking slot. Because I feel like this is not the most efficient. Because we can only do one thing at a time. But that's our life, everybody. That's what we're doing. There's also a blizzard out there, which would be great if there weren't, but there is. So yeah, close your eyes. Yeah. So this is what I was thinking about. I'm just thinking about like what system do I want to use? Do I want to use a generic system? If so, which one? Do I want to use a specific system? If so, which one? Because the system you use will impact what players I ask, and also what kinds of stories will end up being told. At least, um, at least the way I run games, right? Because I was thinking about this. I was talking to somebody else about this. I use the system and then I use the system. Like I don't pick a system and then not use it. This may seem ridiculous, but it is not ridiculous to me. Time of Gift says, solltest dich zu sehr verdrießen, oh, so mach die Augen zu. If this is too painful within, close your eyes. Among Us, that's the magic flute. Oh, mhm. I am seeing pretty decent FPS on my end. How's it looking for you all? Um, how's it looking for you all? I'm seeing. Oops, sorry. I want to use my cursor and then I can't, and that's just the worst. Give me a second. Let me. You're also seeing pictures. Let's see what we got here. Woo. Hello. Let me see. How are you doing, Twitch? Let's see. Huh. What's going on there? You have some weird audio's desynced. It's stuttering. What's going on here? I've got good speed. My speed's not dropping, but let's see what this will do for us. Um, don't go anywhere just yet. Let's see. Twitch inspector. Let's see what we've got over here. Hi, Twitch inspector. How you doing? What's going on? Let's see. I look stable. Is what it's looking like. Let's jump in. So we had a moment of instability that cropped up. It looked like. I don't know why that was unstable. Let's see. It's back. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Let's and I'm synced up again. Okay, I'm synced up. So I don't know why that was weird, why that weirdness happened. Hey, Valtiel, how are you? Um, let me see. I'm just making a really quick thing. Yeah, okay. It's back for you too? All right, well, I'm just going to go and... It says everything is fine at the moment, so we're going to just keep an eye on it. We're going to keep an eye on it. Because when you went to the game, the audio got desynced and weird and started dropping frames. Interesting. All right, well, let me see what happens. Let me go back here. Ooh. All right, let's see. I'm back in the game. Let me know if things get weird. This is my request. Because it should be fine, because I normally play on this space, so let me know if it gets weird. Which it shouldn't. I thought that my laptop was misbehaving again in the middle of Mozart, or how I learned my German to begin with. Mozart. All right, stand up. Okay. Apparently, sometimes he just likes to sit down. Don't ask me why. I think I should probably drink some. I should probably get some coffee. Not me personally, but Mackenzie, because I feel like he's going to complain about his life if we don't. So, Also, there are a lot of wolves out there, and I worry about that because I've got a lot of raw fish on me, and I worry about that too. So, it's stuttering for you. Really? You spent all day yesterday and this morning trying to get my Wi-Fi internet connection back. Something screwed up the settings access. Oh, yeah. I'm noticing some instability. Hold on. Audio video configuration issue detected. Address of following. The stream's unstable. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Hold on. If it's back to buffering, wait, let me just take this fish. Hold on a second. Let me just take it, and then I'm gonna cook some coffee while we're here, and then we're gonna see if we can learn anything about this situation. Okay. Let me see. It's okay for now on your end. Let's see. See, and the thing is, what I'm getting is sprint to a better save. Okay, let me know. Let me see. I don't have cursors at the moment. It looks like it's Oh no, I'm warm. Like I feel like I'm warm. I feel like I'm okay. I'm not seeing more. Right. Let me tell me. Stream seems fine. Okay. All right. I'm watching because I'm a little paranoid. I'm gonna just drink this coffee right now because I clearly need the energy. We have like 24 minutes left on this stove. Now it's bad again. Really? Okay. Well, this is strange to me. Give me a second. Let me do this. I'm going to save game. I'm gonna just save from so it's up. Confirm. Accept. It could be on Twitch's end, right? It could be. So let's see what we can do here. Let me come here to chat and let me quit this. Let me quit. And let's see if things get better or weird or not weird. Uh, Coldrick, I don't even know. I don't even know. It's a total desync now? All right, that's weird. Hold on. Hey, everybody. We're here. Um, so I have a thought, but I don't know if it will go. So let's try this. Let's try this. We're going to, yeah, I don't know what is up with that. We're going to do a little bit of a switcheroo. We're going to switch some things. It's a thought that I have. We will see if it does anything. Uh, it may or may not, right? Like it may or may not do something. But where's my? So it looks like again, it looks like it's stable, but are getting these like little weird moments of instability. Hello? No audio. Oh, that's weird because I'm still broadcasting audio. Okay, that is very, very strange. Yeah, so I feel like this is not. I feel like there's some kind of Twitch situation going on here, right? Let's see. Uh, Glitches, yeah. Let's try this. Let's report this issue. Okay, so I've got some encoding, blah 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 blah. Looks like everything is good, blah blah blah. But you're like, all right, so this is what I'm going to do. I am going to, again, this might actually be a Twitch problem rather than a me problem, but I am not certain. So, what I'm going to do right now, I have an idea. Let me switch cameras. I believe I can do that. I'm going to have to. You're really, I'm going to, you're like, oh, you seem fine now, but this seems very mysterious to me, right? Like, why is that happening? What I'm going to do right now is I am going to set up 3 minutes behind, 27 seconds of latency. That's that's ridiculous. All right, so what I'm gonna do, what I'm doing right now is I'm setting up my other camera, uh, and I don't know if that will be, oops, uh, if that will make a difference. But I figured if I set up my other camera, I could, uh, I could, um, switch which monitor I'm watching the game on. Should be good again. So let's see. All right, where are we at? Where are we at? You stopped and restarted the stream just to catch up. This is so strange to me. It is so strange to me. I don't know what else to tell you. Um, all right, I'm switching cameras, but I need. Oh, we can just do this together. Hold on, let me see. I need one of my cameras. I need this one. Let's see. Hey, you and I are we're gonna set up our Wi-Fi together. Give me a second. I need to see it. Destination from history. You can hear me, I hope. And iPhone. And give me a second. You can't see me, but I need to see this or I can't get there. Let's see. Wi-Fi. There. And yes. And right. And give me a second. Remote operation. There's more delay than normal. I just find this so odd. And let's go to here. Because maybe this will help, perhaps. And there, and there, and here. I feel like I'm a little off center, so I should probably change this. Hold on. Okay, and I don't need this light, but I do need this light. Okay, so let's go here. Well, in your time zone, you're probably literally entering the twilight zone. So so audio is working. So by the way, I'm just switching cameras so that I can um, open up the long dark on one of my other monitors, which I don't actually know if I'm prepared for that, but we can probably work it out. We can probably work it out. A 20. Yeah, I know that there should be like a 2 second delay. 20 seconds is a lot. Um, I Now, of course, the question is, can I can I actually have yeah, it should be about I added like a 2 second delay to chat because of the hate raids. Um, so that there should be a 2 second delay. That should be normal. The 2 second delay should the 2 second delay is there just for protection from hate raid purposes. Um, yes. So it should be like 2 seconds is what it should be, so that in case somebody comes in to do something racist, our mods can catch them. But uh, how do I look to you all? I need to check our options for a moment. Display. Give me a second. Let me move off of full screen for a moment. Confirm. Let me go to like something like. Give me a second. Let's do that. All right, let's confirm. And let me see if this will work out. Let's see what we can do. Let me see if I can put this over here and have a better life. Because I'm just testing. If we can get this to work, then maybe we won't have these problems. One hopes. One hopes. Um, it is intermittent framing, but the audio has been good. See, it should not be intermittent framing at all. That is not what it should be doing. So let me get here, and then let me go back to... give me a second. There we go. Come here. And full screen. Confirm. I cannot remember what some of these commands were, but let's see. Back. But it's stable again now. All right, let's see what we can do. I feel like I need to uh, see what we've got here. Game. All right, let's go to game, which should probably be... This is not going to look right. Oh, what is this? Let's see what happens here. So you're going to see one of my desktops, but that's not what we want. We want audio frame. We want the game capture, display capture. So that display capture should be, let's try 2, if this will do it for us. Because we might be able to just flip over here and see if that will be better for us. What is this? That looks good. I mean, it doesn't look good, but also I see what's happening. Wait, boom. Yes. Let's see if we can get this to go, because if we can get it to go, then life will be better. Or all right. I'm gonna do... Let me do this. No, no, yes, no. So let's go. Let's have the window be... where's my game? Where'd it go? Hello, game. Where are you? Oh, I think I did this. Yeah, I think I know. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go... This is Google Chrome. No, this is Steam. 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 No. Steam, not friends list. Hold on. let's do... Just watch these frame rates. Let me see what you're seeing. It doesn't look... It looks like it's... It looks decent. Okay. Let's see what we got. Steam. I'm looking for... citations, Discord, Doc, Dropbox, Google Chrome. None of that. OBS. Stream Deck, Stream Labels. Windows Server. None of that's interesting. It began again, just not as badly. Stable again now. See, I don't... Like, what are you doing? Let's try... Not our friends list. That's not exciting. Let's try Steam. No. Window. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. This is great. Hey, Graveyard Keeper. I've not played it yet, but I should. Like, I know I should. So let me rescale this for y'all. And we'll see if, like, it's a bit of an experiment to see if using this on an alternate, you know, boom, on an alternate monitor will help to see if that will do better. So, yes. Tell me all. I know that we've got a delay, but tell me if that looks good. Let me know. I had to reorganize, but I'm here. Something's not right, though. Something's not right. I feel like you're not hearing any audio from the game. And now you should be. Yes. I'm not seeing any dropped frame rates or big worrisome things. It seems like it's stable, but you're on like a 2-second delay. So, okay. So I've just switched monitors and cameras, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. It'll be fine. I mean, I don't know how I feel about it, but it is what it is. That's our life. Game audio is loud. All right, let me see. We have to go here because The Long Dark is a game that how do I describe this? The Long Dark is a game that takes control of my cursor. And when it is up, I do not have access to my cursor at all. So I have to sort of come out of it in order to... Do you see what I'm saying? It's... Some games just take control of your cursor and do not give it back. Okay. There we go. All right. So we, I feel like our stove is pretty much done. We have cooked and cleaned, and there's still a blizzard out, which is bad. But oh, hold on. Mouse capture is annoying. Yeah, it just basically, you know, I cannot use my mouse at the same time. So, look, here's what's what. We're gonna just go across this ice, even though I have some questions about everything. Safety. So, like, oh, here's a place that could be interesting, and I feel like we should check that place out. So that's to our left, even though we're in the middle of a blizzard. I'm sure it won't be bad that we're in the middle of a blizzard and can't see anything and are losing heat at outrageously fast rates. I'm sure none of that will be disconcerting in any way. Also that we plan on walking kind of far from where we started in a blizzard, but I feel like those aren't bad choices, right? I mean, I feel like those are basically good choices. Aneo, we are still encumbered. We just are not as encumbered as we have been in the past. We're still encumbered, all right. Just, you know, it's just not as bad. You know, just yeah. That's all. We are definitely still encumbered. Um, that's a true statement. Okay, so look, see, look, we're just. Do you feel like? Don't you think that maybe wolves don't hang out when the snow's this bad? When there's like a blizzard, like they know to not be hanging out, so we'll be safe from wolves. I figure. Uh, this is yeah. It is still me. Uh, and look, if it gets really bad, we can make our way back to that cabin. Hopefully, maybe. I mean, look, we're yeah. I understand that maybe we're making some poor choices right now by walking out in a blizzard, but we can't stay in that fishing shack forever. Like, we've got to, like, branch out at some point. Maybe not during a blizzard, but we're here. Might as well. It's only a little blizzard. And we're only dropping heat like it's a hot potato. Yeah, it's entirely possible this is a bad choice. But look, what are we going to do? So, y'all, I need to tell you, in case you did not know, I will not be streaming The Outer Worlds for the next 4 Saturdays because I'm in an improv show produced by Unexpected Productions out of Seattle. Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific for the next 4 Saturdays. And it's called Cupid on Mute. It is a improv show that's based on a reality show, like a reality dating show, like like Love Is Blind or all of those sorts of things. And I'm gonna be in it, so I will not be streaming on those Saturdays, but I'll be back because we're gonna finish The Outer Worlds. Ooh, hey. Mystery Lake Western Access. That seems exciting. I don't know what all we're going to find here, but it looks like maybe the blizzard's less. I mean, maybe not.
Night can't be far behind.
Yeah, I hear you. Like, relax. It's fine. Oh, hey, look. There are some cabins down there. Like, maybe we could check those cabins out and be out of the snow and the blizzard. So yeah, we're just gonna go and check out those cabins, and I'm sure there will be nobody to shoot at us, and I'm sure it will be fine, right? Like that's my certainty. Toy Boat Sailor says, branching out, trying new things, but that does not include dropping off stuff to be at a good weight. I dropped some stuff. I'm at a much better weight than I was. I mean, I was at a point where I couldn't really walk at all. And I'm like only sort of encumbered. Like I've got I'm less than 20 kilos over. Yeah, we're going to these cabins because also there's a mystery, and we might find things there, which I'm excited about. Also, we'll be outside. We'll be out of the cold, and maybe we'll find, I don't know, food, a place to sleep. I understand that this is not technically our current mission, but it's a side mission, you know, and the blizzard's not as bad as it used to be. We're not losing heat as quickly, although again, it's not great. It's not great. So DSB221 told me that Fantasy Flight Games is coming out with a new Game of Thrones game, which is exciting. It's for it's like Game of Thrones Betwixt or some such, and it's like scheming. There's some scheming involved, small councils, which is exciting because I feel like Fantasy Flight makes good board games. They've made some good card games as well. I just worry about the fact that they've been bought out by people who may not be as interested as others. Also, I think I might have missed the place I need to be, so we have to go out there, maybe on this dock, and see what we can find. One hopes. Yeah, no, I think Fantasy Flight makes some very good games, and I am pleased by them. So, what do you think we are looking for. Because we've heard... Oh gosh, I'm getting really cold. We're close to where the gunshots were heard. But we are not quite there. I'm going to go out to see what that is, and then I'm going to go back to the cabins. Because...
Shit. Looks like someone found trouble.
Hey, I found it. Follow the trail of blood. Okay, all right. So, dead body, everyone. Oh, frozen corpse. Frozen corpse, that's great. Frozen corpse carrying a ragged t-shirt, some worn thermal underwear. That's all they had? Ooh, okay. Well, we do need to get into a cabin, but, you know, it's not too dark yet. I feel like I can...
Fingers feel numb.
Relax, Mackenzie. We're heading towards a cabin. I also just don't want to use up all my lighter fluid unless I actually have to. Okay, so lots of blood, heading towards a cabin, which seems very convenient for us because we wanted to head towards a cabin anyway. So, you know, that seems not bad. Also, it looks like everything is stable. I'm checking. If you tell Trevor he needs one light, he'll pick up 50 and never light any. No, I lighted it. I lit the light at some point. I did. It's just that I don't want to... Like, it's not super dark yet. I'm just afraid that we're going to need it. No, like, I will use it later. Okay, look, there's a lot of blood. When we go in here...
Just leave me alone. I'm not opening this door for anyone.
It's okay. I'm not here to take anything from you. Are you with the Forest Talkers?
I am, but I'm not letting you in. They killed my friend. How do I know you aren't one of them?
I'm cold?
You don't, but I'm not. Name's Mackenzie. And I'm way too stubborn to just leave you out here all by yourself. You'll have to trust me.
And also I'm cold, so you should let me in.
Seems like I don't have much of a choice.
Yeah, so let me in.
We left most of our supplies at the old logging camp while we fished here. Can you get them for me?
I can try.
There's more. In that abandoned dam, we found evidence that proves there shouldn't be logging in Mystery Lake. I need that evidence. Documents nobody wanted to be found. We hid them until we could retrieve them. Under a floor tile at the bottom of the stairwell. If you can help me get the documents back...
There should be audio now. Yes? That was... Okay. Happens with a restart. Yes? Okay. It looks like everything is good. I'm not seeing anything dropped. For all of our ridiculousness, I want to thank you all for hanging out with us. Like, you know, hanging out there at the moment. Some things are clearly not accurate. It currently says I have... you know, yeah, we're gonna, yes, okay. I feel like we're here. I feel like we're here and we're good. So I'm going to get us, back over here. And let's see how this goes, right? Let's just see how this goes, I hope. So, I'm not exactly where we were when everything decided to be a little ridiculous on us, but we'll find out. I mean, we'll find out what happens. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is great. We just have to get this key, and we're good, I suppose. Can I just pick up the key? Can I just do that? Let me just take this key. Yeah, I'd like to pick up the key. Just pick it up. Just pick up the key. Pick it up. Uh, I'm no, I don't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No game audio. Oh yes, you're correct. There. You should have game audio now. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Uh, good thing. Now the question is, I would like to pick up this key, and I do not see that happening. So why don't we load? Ooh, but I'm worried. Like, what if the last time what if there was a glitch? So, yeah, what if there was a glitch? Let's, let's go back to our autosave and see if that collapses the entire stream, because it could have been like, it could be a, no. Yeah, so that's where our last autosave was, but I can't, yeah, I need the keymaster. So, y'all, guess what?
Did you find her stuff yet?
I don't
The
think I
supplies
can pick up that
and
key
the
right
document.
now.
I need both.
I'm working on it.
Or, I'm gonna check my inventory. Because maybe I have it. You know, like maybe the key exists, just in some kind of weird way. I mean... oh, alright, hold on. Let me get out of there so I can turn down the volume a bit. Boop. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Thank you, y'all. I think when I restarted, it probably went back to its old settings, which, you know, that should be better. I just don't know about this key situation, everybody. It is distressing me. I don't know what I would do without y'all, my mods, y'all being so great.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
Oh, he's such a complainer. He's such a complainer about everything. Everything. Okay, y'all, there's a lot going on here. We need to go back to options, display, HUD type, always on, I believe, because I feel like we have that going on. Okay, and sounds great. Let's confirm it and then go back. Hey, Dennis, how are you? We're dealing with some... oh, wow. Hey, I'm not doing well at all right now. That's bad. But also I can't pick up this key. Wait. Oh, got it. Great. Let's go to a different place. Let's go to, you know, one of these cabins. And maybe we can go inside there and not die of hypothermia. This is just a thought that I had. Just putting it out there. Let's, just go in there. Dennis, I'm very worried about my life right now. I just... okay. Okay. I am doing well. Now we can light up. I'm doing well. We had our stream went down, and I don't know why. I don't know what was going on there. So we do not have any kind of heating device in here, it doesn't look like. So there's nothing we can do for that, but at least we're not in the middle of, you know, hypothermia. So, Dennis, how are you? I think what we should probably do is have some tea and go to bed. That's what I think we should do. Yeah, so we're going to just have some tea. I don't know if it'll help us when we are, if it's cold, but we're going to drink it. Maybe it'll make us feel better, get better rest. Yeah, and then we're going to just go to sleep for like 8 hours. 9 hours. That's it. We'll wake up, it'll be the day, we'll be refreshed. Nothing bad will happen to us, I hope. It's, you know what? I wonder if okay. It also seems to be really dark in here. What time is it? What time is it in this game? Well, it's almost dawn, so we're pretty decent, right? I think. Y'all, I am a little paranoid. Well fed. You've managed to prevent starvation for 72 consecutive hours. You're full of energy and can carry more gear. You're also better able to face the physical trials ahead. Your condition is increased as a result. Thanks. Thanks. I slept through the apocalypse. I've been good. I recently met a new guy at work and realized that I've made a bit of a reputation. What kind of reputation? Yeah, I can carry more gear. Let's see what we have here. It says, you're exhausted or encumbered, I wonder which one, and at a higher risk for a sprain when traversing sloped ground. Rest or drop some of your gear in order to eliminate the strain risk. I will not drop the gear, but I will eat food, right? So that's like, I'll eat some of this fish. Yeah, I'll eat, which will reduce my encumbrance. And also I'll be less smelly, and I'll drink water. So, like, I feel like I am being very responsible right now. Also, I'm a little worried. Not like a lot worried, I'm just a little worried that... Okay, where am I at? I'm at 42 kilos. Like, I have just, like, I'm 52 kilos. I've been really good. I mean, like, look how great I am at not carrying things. So, while we're here, I might... Oh, look at that. My pants are wet. Why are you wet? Oh, because I was in a blizzard, probably. I'm gonna just, check out... Oh, wow. Some of my stuff is... Oops. Some of my stuff is in a bad condition, everyone. I can't repair well in the dark. Who says? Fine. I feel like that's sort of unfair, but it's cool. Right now, we're going to just repair some things because it turns out we have been our gear is injured a little bit. And I feel like that's probably not the best. So we're going to just see what's... Yeah. Yeah, everyone. I think it's because we were attacked by a wolf, and I think that wolf messed up our clothing. And I think we've been wandering around in the middle of the blizzard in not fully repaired clothing is kind of what I think has been going on. So, yeah. Yeah. Let's just, do our due diligence, take care of ourselves, and then we'll be, like, basically we'll be great. I feel like sometimes you worry about me, and I cannot repair this at the moment. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I'm kind of well known for infiltrating a gang by going into almost a convention-style thing for drugs and guns and whatnot. I walked in an hour or so before the raid and then got arrested and acted like I was invited. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. That seems kind of like dramatic and exciting. So I take it that your reputation is a good one, right? That people are positively inclined towards you. Is what I'm assuming from all of that. Oh gosh, everybody. It's a little also does it bother are any of you concerned? I am. I'm just a little concerned, everyone, about my clothes. But it's fine, right? It's fine. And I do need to repair that, but I don't have leather. Okay, look. See? We did it. And we're carrying even less weight now. Do you see how responsible I am? I realize that you're worried about me. Like, I get that. But I feel like we can... There's no fuel in our lantern! People, this is what happens. This is what happens. This is what happens. I I guess because I took a step back and realized I am the boss at work. Oh, well, you know what? That's not bad. That's not a bad thing. I want you to know that we're eating up all of our food and our drink, and that's also, I think we're out of water. People, like, I feel like we're just like in a not great spot at the moment. That's fine. I'm gonna find my land. Like, how did this happen? How did this even happen? I don't even understand how this happened. Um, I'm worried. I need I need this lantern. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, let's refuel it. Yeah. The problem is I can't. Well, the thing is, I just that I use all those things that I need. All right, so we are much better in terms of weight. Let me just put this away. No, I don't want to light it. I want to put it away. Put it away. And we're gonna save everyone, and we're gonna try to. Yeah. Crit Twitch, how are you? We're accepting this. We need more water. We need a lot of stuff, but it's currently full on daytime, so I feel like we can do that, right? Like I feel like we're good. We're in a better space than we were. Oh, I cannot get into that cabin because the guys locked us out. That cabin's not a full cabin, so here we go. This is it. We need to get back. I'm doing well. I'm a little we had some stream problems, but everything looks fine now. I bet I could probably be back over on that other screen and everything, but we're good. So we have a mission, and our mission is to get supplies and uh, where do we keep our log of... There we go. This is it. So we have to find the supply bag in the logging camp trailer, go to the dam and get those documents. I understand that this is not like our current main mission, but I feel like we should probably just go and do that, right? I feel like we should do that. You're glad we have a long weekend ahead? Yes. Yes. I see what you're saying. It kind of doesn't, yeah. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Although for me, I just got a lot of work to do. I've got some an academic thing that's due tomorrow that I have to do. I've got a bunch of email that's academic that I have to do tonight, which I'll do after stream. Basically, I'm going to go and try to do some talks while I'm in Atlanta. Yeah, how did that happen? Can I just say I find the irony in the September when I've decided to make a protest choice? Yeah, I've reached out to some local universities and said, hey, I'm a scholar and I'm in the area. Would you like me to do a talk while I'm here? I will do a talk if you like. And I had a couple places get back to me, and they have said a couple places are, yeah, a couple, I heard back from 3 places, and there's a 4th place up in Canada that I'm going to give a virtual talk. So I have to get back to them today. I've got to get back to them today. So once I finish the stream, I'm going to go and do some email. My wife said to me there is a video of me in Afghanistan being pinned down in a village and then just walking through the fire from a truck shooting at people. Wow, that's so intense. We are biased. Who wouldn't want it in real life trooper talk? I hate how people do that. Do what? Do what? You hate how people do what? Dennis, do what? Also, I'm surprised people were taking... totally different time being in the military now, huh? Since everybody has a cell phone, and I imagine if you're in the military, you still take your cell phone with you. And so people are probably, like, videotaping all sorts of things that people were not videotaping when I was... Yeah, 'cause we just didn't have cell phones when I was in the military. So it's probably got just a totally different experience now. That's how you got denied at an interview. Wait. Huh. An interview for what? We did not sound as much like a one-man band as I wish we did. I understand that. I mean, I can pick up more things. You know, eventually. Also, I noticed there are no wolves out here stalking me, so that's pretty decent. Right? Like, yeah, you know, Crit Twitch is correct. If somebody would deny you for something like that, then you probably wouldn't want to work there. Insecurity, then you probably wouldn't want to work there, right? Like, my advisor told me that because my research profile is particular. You know, I study popular music and I deal with issues of sexuality and race and gender, politics, more generally speaking. You know, like I do a bunch of different stuff. I am going this way rather than what might be the shorter way, because I feel like we're just going to do it this way. But being a popular music scholar, dealing with things like that, there are a lot of music departments that would never hire me at all, ever in a million years, just because of what I study. And my advisor said, you know, with you, people will either really want to hire you or not want to hire you at all. With other people, you know, they're somewhere in the middle. Well, it's just that there don't seem to be any around, which is good, right? It was a job in between job. Yeah. I get that. So yeah, so it was like with somebody who does like Beethoven, that's not a polarizing position, right? There you are. But maybe nobody really wants you badly or really doesn't want you very badly. But with me, my advisor said it's going to be, that's what's going to happen. People are going to really, really want you or not want you at all. And he said that's probably in some ways better. It means there are fewer jobs that you can apply to, but when you get a job, it's going to be with people who really want you, because, right, because hiring me is a choice, right? It means that you actually want to hire somebody who does popular music, right? And yeah. So he said in the end, it means there will be places that would never hire me, but that's probably a good thing, right? Because I probably would not want to work in those places. Just exactly what Crit Twitch says. I probably do not want to work at a place. Yes, right, that doesn't believe that popular music is real music. So it's better that I know now than not know. So we're going to go in here because there's a better stove in here, and we're going to get some water because we're out. Oh, there's a whole... It said a thing about... All right, so this is a stove with only one, which we don't want. We want something with more. Leave camp office. Where will this take us? Does this take us outside? It does take us outside. Interesting. It's a back door. I didn't know about this back door. I just discovered it. I feel like there might be a better stove upstairs. We should check. Because if there is... Oh, hey, look, it's a workbench. If we don't have enough wood, then I think we should just break down some of this stuff. But let me just check to see if there's a better stove upstairs. It even came up in the interview I did for the FBI. You likely can't find it anymore because of the FBI. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Look, there's a better stove up here. I was right. This is... I'm going to start up the stove, and I'm going to sort of do what I need to do. Fuel, accelerant, chance of success, 0? Why? Oh, because I have no fuel. Got it. Right. Okay. We're going to break this down a little bit. That's what we're going to do. And also break this table down a little bit. This is what happens when I don't have enough... a metal lamp. Interesting. This is what happens when you don't have enough... You're not carrying enough. You don't carry enough, then you gotta, like, hack up tables and chairs. It's really bad. Okay, and start a fire. Good. And then we're going to add fuel to the fire. We've got some reclaimed wood. I realized that what we're going to be doing today is chatting because we need to, let's do some water because I have no water, like it's a bad scene. And then we're going to cook our fish because we've got some fish that haven't been cooked yet. This is us. Hey, Phantom Roll Booth. Chatting, gosh golly. Well, you know, if we got to, I know this is it. If we just got to chat, then I don't, you know, I just can't help it. Also, while we're here, I feel like we should take off our pants. And let our pants dry. Boom. Praxis. Yes. Okay. So now we can chat and it's legit. Like we're not like it's for real. Like we have to chat, so there's nothing we can do about it. But while we're here, might as well see if there's anything what's the word? Crafting wise we can do, and it looks like we're probably fine. Yes. I think we're good. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to burn that fish. It's, you know, we were wearing our other pants. It's fine. We're gonna look. By the time we get to the end of this, it's gonna be really great. We're gonna be in a healthy spot. Everyone's gonna be jealous of us as we, you know, deal with the fact that we're like gonna die of dehydration real soon. I mean, we're not gonna die. We're fine. Mackenzie's just a whiner. It's just how he is. But I feel like we actually probably have some kind of food we can eat. We have this fish, and we'll just eat this while we're here, and then we're gonna have no food anymore, which is awkward and sad. But what can you do? What can you do about it? I wish I had some soda or something. I don't. I just have some coffee, which, you know, I feel like, yeah, that's what I feel like. Anyway, so I think that's the thing, right? If somebody sees something that you've done and doesn't want to hire you for it, then you probably don't want to work with them. And if they did hire you, it would probably be awkward, and you probably would not be super happy because you get there and it turns out they're not the kind of people that you want to work with. So, yeah. I have embraced that idea.
Surrounded by snow, nothing to drink.
We're gonna, you know, you just gotta relax a little bit, fella. Mackenzie's like, I feel like he's passive aggressive. I feel he's like, oh no, blah blah blah, all the time with him. And I feel like he should maybe work on that a little bit. So those are my thoughts. One of my privates had a camera as like a personal item. I was in the Marines when bugles were still there. Just I guess I can see that because it's an unconsented demo of how you handle yourself in a stressful situation, but all hell the world we live in. Yeah, right? Like that's yeah, that's tricky. Also, I'm going to have to make some coffee because it'll be done faster than that snow. So we're going to just like try to, you know, I feel like there was a moment when we were playing this game when everything was fine and I had all of these stuff on me, everything I needed, lots of food, lots of bandages, all the water. I feel like I had all of that, and I feel like I have none of that right now. Let's just take
Starting
this.
to weigh me down.
You know, relax. We're going to cook some coffee. That'll be done quicker, so then I won't die of lack of fluids. Although, I mean, yes. Huh. Anyway, guess what? Tomorrow, I really wonder what's going on with the stream. Because right now, everything looks perfect. So things were just really weird for a moment, and I don't know why. And I don't know why. I should ponder that. Well, maybe it's just one of those weird things. Anyway, tomorrow is going to be the solo episode with Oscar. And I'm very excited to see what happens there because he's decided that he wants to go and rescue Jeanette, who is in the Gestapo headquarters again, a place that he was once, and we'll see what happens there. Bet someone between you and Twitch or at Twitch were messing with stuff. Yeah, right? Somewhere. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so I'm gonna see. Look, I know some things. I know some things. I know some things because I'm the GM. But like, I have some secrets. I'm very anxious about Oscar's fate, and I'm not sure rescue is his goal. We will find out. I don't know. Actually, 1 hour until boiled. How much time do we have in the stove? Okay, we're good. We still have some chatting time. Yes. We will find out. I know. Look, I'm the GM. I know things about what's going on, and things are going on. Valtiel. Oh, I finally got. For those of you who were not able to see the show, I finally got it up on YouTube. There was a delay in getting it up on YouTube because I had to go and do some edits. But it's up on YouTube if you haven't watched the last episode. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen because, well, I wonder because there's some things going on, and I wonder if Oscar's going to pick up on some of those things. Let's just say that I don't think that Jeanette will be what he expects when he finds her. She will not be what he's expecting, is what I would say. So, I wasn't able to catch the last one. Could you tell us? I can't tell you the secret, but in the last episode, the episode before they went and killed the mother-in-law. So this last episode, they all sort of like got, there's hospitals and leaving and all that. And I just, give them some time to talk to each other, but they didn't. And then, of course, the Gestapo comes and takes them all into interviews to interview them all. And so I went and I had each of the players do a little interview with the person in the Gestapo who was interviewing them. And I took notes, and I had made it so the other players did not listen to the other players before they did their interview. So they didn't know what the other players were saying. And they got their interrogations. Jeanette is not a double agent. They got their interrogations. I noted when there were inconsistencies in their stories and who noted it. But as they were leaving, they heard Jeanette singing St. Louis Blues from inside the building, so they know that she's in the building. Also, Elias told Oscar that he found her. He's like, oh yeah, I found that woman, Jeanette. Do you find that interesting? Like, does that bother you? Just a little bit of Elias and Oscar have history.
All this gear is slowing me down.
You could complain a little bit less. He could complain a little bit less is all I'm saying. He also said she was somewhere else. He said that he got her from her parents' house. He picked her up there. I don't think he said where he was holding her. But, let's, I think it's cook, recycle. While we're here, I might as well make some more herbal tea because, oh, I don't have any potable water. Irritating. How long does this take? 20 minutes? Okay, let's do that. We'll get some extra water. Yeah, so he's like, yeah, I found her. Do you think that's interesting? Oh, yeah. Elias told Oscar. Elias was like, hey, I don't know if you find this interesting, but there's a woman. Her name is Jeanette. I found her. We were looking for her for quite some time, and I found her. Because she went to her mother's house, and somebody informed on her, and then I went and I picked her up. Oscar. Yeah, look, Oscar and Elias have a long history with each other. They know each other. They've known each other for quite some time. And I wonder if Oscar puts a clip or sound on from Dr. Bones' torture would be weird. Yeah, someone informed. That's the problem in occupied France. People are always informing and you never know. Like, you never know if somebody's on your side or if they're not. And that's always a bit of a problem. There's I don't know if you know Jean-Paul Sartre. Jean-Paul Sartre, he playwright. During an interview portion of an interview. and Salvatore did the famous, and this season's theme is exposed. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Uh, like, they made informing about survival for a lot. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So, all right, 19 minutes there. We're potable. Let's just take it. I'm going to pick up this pot. While we're here, I'm going to cook some herbal tea. So we're kind of out of that. Look. Oh, we're doing well, everybody. I'm going to drink this water. I'm going to wait. Herbal tea does sound nice. Oh, I just got a tea infuser, like the little tea ball, because I have some loose leaf tea that was given to me by Half-Arsed Hermit, which I want to drink, but I didn't have a tea infuser, and I currently have one. So now I can have this tea that she sent me, and I'm really excited to try it, and then I'll let you know what I think. So, yes. Anyhow, Jeanette was taken by Elias, who has this long, Ooh, do you want to know a secret? I have a secret that I can tell you. I can tell you a secret. During the course of the different flavors, she gave me like a couple different flavors that she thought that I would like. So I'm very excited to try out these different teas. I'm pretty stoked about it, actually. So let me just take this but not drink it. Let me cook let me cook a cup of coffee. Yeah. Let's a tin of coffee. Let's just cook that. Good. Okay, so I feel great about this. I'm feeling good. Yeah, so let me tell you the secret. So in the game, there were a couple of things that were happening. I'm going to just make some rosehip tea. It's good. So in the last episode, there were two people were interviewed by Dr. Bones and two people were interviewed by Elias. And both Elias and Dr. Bones have different priorities, and so they were asking different types of questions. They all asked the same basic questions, which is like, what happened on the night of this thing? Did you see who did it? How many shots were fired? Where were they coming from? Like the kind of basic investigations about the event. But there were also other questions that each one of them asked, depending on who they were asking, because they all have different like agenda. Dr. Bones was talking to Frida and was trying to get Frida to understand that her husband is probably a piece of crap and that maybe she should inform on him. That was his goal. And then and I'm going to drink this. And then when he was interviewing, he interviewed Frida and he interviewed the prince. With the prince, he was mad at the prince for talking smack about the Gestapo. He did not like that at all. He thought that was not cool. So he was basically being more intimidating, right? He was being intimidating is what he was doing because he was in that mood. Okay, let me just take this rosehip tea. I've got like what? 32 minutes. I can probably make another rosehip tea, probably is what I can do while we're here. Yeah. And he was like basically wanting to intimidate the prince because he's mad at the prince for talking smack about the SS, right? So a little intimidation there. But then Elias was the one. KP was so amazing. So amazing. Elias was interviewing Regina and Oscar. And he specifically, like, Elias was like, I want to interview those two. And remember, Elias knows that Oscar is Oscar, not Holgar. Elias knows all sorts of things about both those people and has not told anyone, like has not revealed their secrets, which makes them super, super nervous. They're like, we don't trust this at all. Like, why has he not revealed our secrets? What's happening? We don't trust him. They don't trust him, which is fine. They probably shouldn't. I'm going to go, by the way, and just cook one more herbal tea while we're here. I think I can probably get one more herbal tea in before the, yes, I think I can. And I'll just take that and pick that up. and I actually think we're in a pretty good space. But Elias went and interviewed them. Now, if you watch the episode, there's a moment with each of them where Elias tries to put an advantage on them, tries to put an aspect on them, and he's doing this in a way that's very like I'm talking to. Like he's saying things that are lies, like with Regina, she said that she was pregnant, and he said, "Oh yes, I remember. You told me that. You told me that at the hotel, trying to put an aspect on her." And she's like, "No, I didn't." Right? And the same thing with Oscar, where he said something to the group, trying to put an aspect on him, and both of them chose to resist having those aspects put. They didn't know what the aspects were. Both of them chose to resist getting the aspects put on them. And so that didn't happen. But he was trying to put positive aspects on them. He was trying to corroborate their stories and make them seem more believable. And that didn't work because it was resisted. So yes, he was trying to put aspects on them that they resisted because they don't trust him. Because they don't trust him. It's fine that they do not trust him. I'm going to delete this, confirm, and then I'm going to overwrite, confirm, accept, yes. But yeah, he was trying to put positive aspects on them, but they just don't trust him. Yeah. Rissa's like, yeah, it looked like that was the intent. It was. He was trying to support their stories. Yeah, that's what he was trying to do. But they were like, no. We don't trust you. We don't want anything from you. We think that you're sketchy, which they do. And look, I'm almost only 10 kilos over. Right? I'm doing very well in terms of my weight right now. I feel like you should all be very proud of me because I'm doing such a good job. That's how I feel. So yeah, he was trying to help them out actually, but they were like, no, we don't trust you. And I was like, interesting. And we will see. We will see what happens, how that plays out. Because, look, I'm not saying he is headed towards the to fulfill that mission for the guy in the cabin, right? The guy in the cabin wants him to go and like pick up some supplies and those papers for the code talkers. And since we're here anyway, might as well just go up there, get some supplies, get that evidence that he wants, and give it back to him. Like we're up here anyway. And by the time we get back, we'll be less encumbered, probably, more or less, right? Yes. Yes. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of funny that he was trying to help them out. And they're like, no, nope, we don't trust you. We don't want to hear it. We want nothing from you. We feel like you're sketchy. And like, look, he's a serial killer, so he's sketchy. But he was trying to help them out in that moment. And they just would not take help from him, which I thought was amusing. I thought that was very amusing. Anyway, I know it's like speed walking, right? But we will, we will see what happens. And, Elias has got his plans. And so does everybody's got different plans, and those plans are not always complementary. But we will see what happens in Oscar Solo, because he slipped a window open so he can get back in there from the outside, he can do it. It'll be a little bit tricky. He'll have fate points. I trust him to be able to get up there. Yeah, right. Let's see how far we got. Okay, all right. We're almost there. We're almost there with our speed walking selves. You've been wondering what Luke and Charlie are up to. Oh, they're doing stuff, but I know what they're up to. If the players don't go check in on them, then it won't be on screen. Agendas everywhere, but not a project manager to spare. Isn't that always the way? Yeah, I know what they're up to. And are you complaining? Oh, hey, excuse me. Hold on. Here we go. Yep. Oh gosh! I shot and everything! Oh gosh! Hold on. I'm fighting back. Go, 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 go! Fight back! Ah! I shot, like, did you see me just shoot right in his face? Oh. Hey, everybody. There was a wolf there, and I currently have blood loss and an infection risk, so that's cool. Let me just bandage myself. I only have one bandage. It's on my neck. Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. No, hold on. Okay, all right. I just want to point out that also I have an infection risk. I should take care of that. Infection risk. I think that takes care of infection. Yes. Whew. Whew. When Trooper says these things, you remind me of these things, I get worried. Yeah, no, I mean, I know exactly what they're up to. I know what they're up to. Charlie did not leave the city. Who left the city was Hannah, and her parents left the city, escorted out by Dimitri. But Charlie did not leave the city. Charlie is still in the city, disguised as a man working as a dock worker. So Charlie's working as a dock worker. And look, there are a bunch of people. There's Charlie, there's Luke, there's Lisette. Like, there are a bunch of people that they've just not checked up on. But I know what's happening to them. And I know if they get in trouble, if they don't get in trouble. I will note that Luke still has that college girlfriend that nobody knows who that is. Which, you know... Hey, Dennis! Hey! All right. And there's that lady who took over Bricktops. Nope. Come on. I really want to know why it is that my bullets are not scaring this thing anymore. Go, 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 go! Oh, my goodness. Hey, isn't there a dock worker cell? There was a... that cell that you're thinking of was a bit more... Let's see, we need... What do we need? Oh, you know what we need? We're in trouble. We need to make some bandages. Yeah. There's a cell that they know about that we're working on the trains. One of the problems they have right now, however, is that a lot of their cells have been... why am I so wet? A lot of their cells have been compromised, actually, so it's not great for them. Oh my gosh. Let's repair. Like, we and they should worry more about Elodie. They're less worried about Elodie at the moment. I need a lot of stuff, everybody. Like, all my clothes are damaged. I don't have any cloth. My life is complicated. I'm gonna eat some fish. Yeah, they probably should worry about Elodie. Elodie is not happy with them. Elodie has decided that they are working for the Nazis. Yeah. Elodie has decided they're working for the Nazis and does not trust them and does not like them. So, there's wait. No, don't give me ideas. Oh no, I'm tracking everybody. I always know what everybody's up to. And whether or not the players know what they're up to just kind of depends on if they check in. And there's like a whole, like, there's like, they've not been to the flower shop for a bit. And, yeah. Then remembers they are a mod to protect and to keep to on track and plugs it back in. Oh. Yeah, so, you know, like, I know what they're up to. I know what's going on with all those NPCs. I know what the chief of police is doing. So I get to play. It's about the anxiety. That's fair. So here's the thing, right? There are different ways to GM, and people GM in different ways, and all the different ways are very legit. I GM in different ways as well, just depending on what I'm doing, the style of game, etc., etc. And when I get to play Sandbox, which is what I do for Kolos, I get to GM in a very different way than I GM when I'm GMing something that's a bit more narrativist, or if I'm GMing something that's more gamist. It's a very different style of GMing, and I do different things. And when I'm GMing Sandbox, there's a game that I get to play that happens. Let's see. I need to make my way this way, I think. Let's see what we can do. So I get to play a game when I'm GMing in this particular style, and that is that I get to go and keep track of the world. Brings a nice cake and mimosa to us as a peace offering. Oh, nice. Oh, speaking of cake, I think I might make cake tonight. I might make cake tonight. For the GURPS Literate, Rissa has the curiosity disadd. I want to know all the things, but I cannot. Oh, that's fair. So what I do a thing where, like, if I'm running a sandbox, I get to play the second game, which is, I know I want cake, which is I get to try to figure out what's happening in the world in between the sessions based on the things the players have done. And that for me is super fun, right? Like I'm always thinking, okay, well, what is Luke doing right now? His girlfriend is so-and-so. What does she know about him? What does he know about her? What is Elias doing? What is, I get to sort of work out all of these details in between the game sessions, right? And that for me is super, super fun because like it's like a fun game for me to sort of figure out, like, oh, okay, what does what does Elodie know about the group? Elodie knows these things. So what will it mean? Okay.
So night can't be far behind.
Relax. So, okay, now basically the team are now basically very, very, very visibly aligned with the Nazis right now. What is she going to think about that, considering everything that's happened to her so far? Okay. She's probably going to think these things, and it probably will not be great for our heroes. All right, so what happened to Jeanette? What is going on? Like, so I get to, like, do all of this work in between the sessions where I get to sort of imagine what's happening between everybody. And that, for me, is really, really fun. To think about, like, okay, what's happening with the crime families? Okay, what are they doing? Which is why I do a lot of prep, but it's prep that may or may not hit the screen sometimes, like what's happening in London. After that thing that happened, what's happening there? And so for me, that's super fun. If I'm running in a narrativist style, I don't do that at all, because that's not the consideration, right? Like, you don't work that way in that style. I don't think I'm where I need to be. I think I'm close, but I don't think I'm where I need to be. I'm looking for supplies. Yes. Yeah. For that matter, what's up with Falstaff? So I talked to Dot about that, and Dot said that Regina would have told him immediately, like basically sooner rather than later. And so she told him, but it was in the time skip. Right, so she told him in the time. She said that I asked her, I was like, "Would you like to do this on screen or off screen?" And she's like, "Oh, she would have told him right away." And I was like, "Okay." And I said, if you want, you can do a flashback to do that scene if you want it played out on camera, or not if you don't want to. That's up to you. But she told him, so he knows. Let's see. I'm looking for supplies, I suppose. But the question is, where is the thing that I'm looking for? You found a note with some details, Forest Talker activity around. Oh, no, I think I just have to go here. I think that's just it. I just have to go to that supply cache. That's it. And right, so like I've got some stuff that I know about. Wrong direction. And I always go and just try to figure out what's happening right in the interim. And I do that for this style of game. I don't do it for other styles of game because other styles of games have you work differently. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, I mean, I can be more specific. So here we go. This is it. When I'm running a sandbox, then I am trying to figure out, like, let's see. It's kind of dark in here, so we're going to put our light back on. Here we go. We're going to check it out. See what we can see here. All right. Okay. let's see what we have. I'm very excited for some options and opportunities. Also, we're going to have to get cloth because we're out of cloth. Like, that's a bit of a problem. So we got to do it. You know, I'm just saying that, yeah. Anyway, so like when I'm running a sandbox, what I do is I say, what will happen in this game? And I think, well, what would happen in the universe, right? So like that's always my criteria when I'm running a sandbox. What happens is based on what would happen in the universe, right? Like that's what would happen in the universe, and that's what happens. Not based on what would be a more interesting story, or right, like so, like, or what would be a good challenge. But it's based on these are the supplies. Let's take those. Based on what would happen in the universe, and that's what I do, which is a very particular
Could end up being useful.
way of running a game, which is not satisfying for everyone, but satisfying for others. It's satisfying for some, but not for others. And that does mean certain things, right? So that does have impact. Running a game that way means different things. So, for example, hey, look, it's a bedroll. Is this bedroll old and broken? Yes. So we're gonna break it down for cloth. How far off track of history in the game? There have been.
Stuff will come in handy.
It's interesting because a lot of the things they've done so far actually still conform with history. They've not gone off track very much yet. Ooh, the warmer sweater around. Ooh, I should see if that's better than what I got because that could be really good. I am super, super happy for them to make huge changes to history. Like, that's something that I'm not bothered by at all. Also, I feel like maybe I should go to bed. Maybe because it looks like it's getting to be nighttime. Oh, you know what I'll do? I will not go to bed yet. What I'll do is I'll repair some clothing first, and then I'll go to bed. So I get a little bit more tired, just be a little bit more efficient that way. It's funny because a number of things they did intervention-wise also kept them in line with history, sort of interestingly enough. At the moment, one of the biggest things that's keeping them separate from history is, I mean, it's not there yet. We'll see what happens, right? We will see what happens. One of the big things is that they have just destabilized the SS in Paris, and there was a lot of tension between the military occupational force and the SS. Like, historically, that was like a really big tension. And in the beginning, they actually were helping the SS. They didn't realize it by destabilizing the military because they were like not really, they were just like, this was like basically all the same for them. So they did a lot of destabilizing of the military, which kept them in line with history. Oops. And then they have recently done a lot of destabilization of the SS. And that could potentially change things quite a bit. Because in history, let's see what we have here. I feel like this is probably actually better, so let's repair this and see what we can do. Repair? I can't repair in the dark. Okay. I've run out of lantern fuel. It's great. Lessons in don't fragment your base. So right now they've destabilized the SS, which has the potential of changing history. I probably should not have repaired in the dark because I was just wasting fuel, but it's fine. It's fine. We're going to have some tea, and go to bed. And then, yes, we're going to have some tea and we're going to go to bed. And then we'll wake up in 8 hours and it'll be fine. So, all I was going to say is that they have the potential of moving history off track. So, another thing they did, which ended up keeping history on track, like, they had a lot of opportunities to actually, oh, good. Hey, look, I feel really good about this right now. They had a lot of opportunities to really move history off track, to really change things quite a bit. But they haven't. They have not. So, for example, if they had supported, oh, everything needs repair, it's really bad. If they had supported Colette, right? So Colette is part of this group. So historically, Canaris, who was the head of military intelligence, was part of this group that was trying to assassinate Hitler and undermine the Nazis. Like they were a fifth column, and they were trying to undermine the Nazis. Like they were trying to undermine the Nazis is what they were doing. And at this point in time in history, what happened was that Canaris had sort of put together a group of people, and they were going to go and try to basically oust Hitler. Let's see what we have here. This is heavier than that. All right. So this is 1, 2.5. This is 1.4. So actually, it looks to me like I should replace this one. So let me, yeah. I'm going to be wearing, I'll be wearing a little bit more, but I feel like this is probably better all around, and then I will just harvest this. So in history at this point in time, so like Canaris got together a bunch of military folks that he thought were like-minded, that did not approve of Hitler, and I cannot repair that right now. Let's see what we can do up here. Ooh, these pants. Let's repair that. So he got together like a bunch of people. He spoke to the British, and he said, hey, we are here. We are ready to go and like maybe try to oust Hitler. Like do a coup basically. But we would need your support, right? Because basically Canaris was like, I don't want to. Hey everybody, guess what? I'm only wearing one pair of pants. I'm only wearing one pair of pants, everybody. I left that other pair of pants at the cabin. I want you to know that I left the other, we left that pair of pants by the fire. Yep, so do not let me forget we need to go back to that cabin and pick up our pants. Like, I hope they're dry now because, you know, let's repair these. Yeah, they'll be super toasty. We forgot our pants. Just don't let us forget our pants. And, yeah. So we've repaired what we can. Yeah. I know I really need to stop leaving things I need behind. That it is super inappropriate. Also, I need more food. That's what I need. I need more food. But that's, I hope I don't need more water, but worried about it. We're going to save. We're just going to save right now because I'm a little... One way to have hot pants. Hot pants! What was I telling you? It was it's a cola situation. I think I just lost my train of thought. All right, we got that. We've got the supplies. We just need to now go and get those documents. There's a supply cache right there, and I feel like we can find it. Look, we're right here. Oh, head of military. Yes. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So, Canaris, at the beginning, was like, he was really afraid that Hitler was going to bring Germany into war, and it would be disastrous. He was like, I do not want this at all. This is really, really bad. So he contacted the UK, England. He's like, hey, British people, I I've got some people together. We're going to do a coup. If we can have your support. And they're like, of course we'll support you. And he's like, okay, so here's what's what. I think Hitler's going to invade Czechoslovakia. No, I think he's going to invade Austria. So when he invades Austria, if you all basically condemn him and like, you know, go to war, because like if he does this, you'll go to war, right? And they're like, absolutely. He's like, okay, so if you declare war on Germany, oh sweet, wonderful, awesome, that's great, everybody. I just got an MRE. We are good. We're good. We're golden. If you do this, right? If you support this, this will allow me basically I'll be able to do a coup, right? So like if you declare war, I'll be able to do a coup, and then we can get out of that. And they're like, yep. And he's like, France, you both will do it. They're like, absolutely. We are totally going to declare war on him if he goes into Austria. And he's like, okay. So then Hitler goes into Austria. Canarus is ready, and England and France don't do anything. So then he's like, okay, you didn't do anything. I think he's going to go to Czechoslovakia. If he goes into Czechoslovakia, you all are going to go and like condemn him and declare war, and then I can do this coup, right? And then we can get rid of Hitler. And the British and the French are like, totally. He goes into Czechoslovakia, we will totally declare war so you can do this coup. Absolutely. And then Hitler goes into Czechoslovakia, and England and France don't do anything at all. And Canarus is like, I'm here with all of my people waiting, but we need you to declare war, because that'll be like I'll be able to use to get the support of the people. But you didn't declare war, though. And they're like, yeah, I know. We didn't. And he's like, yeah, no, most people don't know about this. A lot of this is actually pretty new. This is some of this is slightly newer information, because a lot of it was classified, right, for a really long time. And so, like, a lot of people thought that Canarus was incompetent. There was like a whole thing about like the German military intelligence not being very competent. There was a whole there's like a very famous thing that happened where they sent in German agents undercover to the UK to like spy on the UK. And the agents they sent were captured immediately upon arrival because their English wasn't good enough. Their English wasn't particularly very good. They had this kind of German accent. They were just bad. And everyone's like, wow, German military intelligence was super incompetent. But it turns out that is actually not the case. They were, Canarus picked people who were not good on purpose so that they would get caught on purpose. So he was basically undermining the Nazi war effort from the inside. And a lot of this didn't come out until later. But,
Name game.
oh, the name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F, or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Voltio, Volpes, Volpes, banana, fana, for Volpes, fee, fi, momopes. Volpes, the name game. Thank you for that resub. Thank you very much. That feels great. Over-encumbered singing is the best singing. So, by the way, I should probably eat this MRE while we're here. Let me just go and do that. Let me just go have my MRE. I'm just gonna eat it. So here's the thing that's kind of interesting, right? So here's this guy, Canarus, who's this war hero, great admiral, like big deal. And he's secretly working against, and I'm going to tell you something that might be a little bit of a spoiler, but you have to work with me for a moment, because none of my players are here, so I feel like I can probably tell you. It's just a bit of an info, right? So Canarus was working with specifically MI6, right? So he was working with MI6, like he had a contact in MI6, to that he was sort of working with. What time? I'm probably going to stop around like the poop. Think about the poop. Don't eat the MRE. Eat it. Gonna eat it. Probably. I know it constipates you a little bit. Probably 9:30 is probably when I'm gonna end because then I'm gonna make some food. So, in actual history, Canaris was all set up to sort of do a coup. He had all of his people set up. He had a whole cell, right? He had a whole cell of people, all these like really important military people, and they were all ready to do this coup. Once the Allies declared war on Germany, when they invaded Czechoslovakia, and then the Allies did not declare war. And after this happened, like basically twice, it basically caused the cell to fall apart. Because basically, right, they were promised this stuff from the Allies. The Allies didn't follow through, and so all their plans to do this coup, way back in the beginning, fell through. So then they were kind of stuck, and the cell fell apart. So at this point in time in history, when the game is taking place, Canaris is trying to rebuild his conspirators. He's trying to find out who he can trust and who will be on his side, right? So he's at this moment where he's trying to rebuild the cell. So Colette is basically part of this conspiracy, right? So she's part of trying to rebuild the conspiracy to assassinate Hitler and to overthrow Hitler, have a coup, whatever, right? So she's part of that. And the old head of military intelligence was also part of that. And so she thought that because he recruited the team, he didn't actually recruit them. They just lied and said that he did. But off the books, she figured that he was going to use them to help with this coup situation, right? But she wasn't 100% certain. I can't believe the PCs killed the good guy in season 1 so they could work with the bad guys instead. Yep. Well, they don't know. They didn't do investigations. They did not investigate. And if you don't investigate, then you don't find out things. That's all. You know what I mean? Like, that's how that goes. So she figured that, like, she thought that it was very likely that the PCs were recruited for the coup situation, but she wasn't 100% certain, and she couldn't just come out and ask them, because if they weren't, then that would be awkward. She didn't want to, like, give that away. So what ends up happening is that she's working to try to rebuild this team from the France side, seeing who she can, like, bring in, who she can't. She's got the PCs working for her. She's like, okay, I might be able to, like, bring them in. And what happened was that no, the bear should be on the outside. I think I closed the gate because I didn't want the bear to come in, you know? So Colette's trying to bring together this team. She knows that the SS is onto her, right? So she's like, hey, players, will you kill this guy who's following me so that, like, because I feel like he's trying to figure out if I'm on this coup to assassinate Hitler. They don't. He captures her. She doesn't, like, give anything away, but, like, it's, you know, awkward and terrible because the PCs don't trust her, so they don't move quickly enough to sort of keep her safe from the SS, who was trying to find out if she's trying to assassinate Hitler, which she is. So that was not great for her and for the team. That wasn't great. And then they kill her. So then they kill Colette. Hot pants. So then they kill Colette. So Colette has been killed, which is not great for the plot to kill Hitler. Wow, PCs trust the wrong people. I don't know anything about that. Nope. Oh, good. All I'm saying is that if the big reveal turns out that Regina was working for the SS all along, I wouldn't be shocked. So I think what you end up getting is that the PCs... So the PCs had a chance to change history quite a lot, right? If they had decided to work with Colette in some kind of a way, but they didn't. They killed her instead. So there was a chance to change history quite a bit by sort of basically supporting this group that wants to overthrow Hitler and, like, helping them, but they didn't. And so at this point in time in history, the group is still pretty splintered, and after killing Colette, the group will stay pretty splintered. It'll take them a while to rebuild. Losing Colette, who was kind of like an important courier to help bring people together, puts back that group quite a lot, the Canaris group. puts them back quite a lot, which now means that they're back on our original timeline, right? So there are a lot of opportunities for them to change the timeline quite a lot, but the things they did ended up reinforcing the timeline rather than changing it, if that makes any sense. So, yeah. We still don't know why Colette was acting squirrely. Um, in which context? In when are we talking, Rissa? Tell me when. Let's see. Let's read this. Forest Talkers documents. We finally have the evidence we've been looking for. All the photos of the logging we shared on social media have been totally ignored, and I mean, who can blame them? Nobody believes what they see anymore, but we stole some documents from a logging camp that prove that Briar House is here illegally. Like, they don't actually have the correct permits or even permission to be here. And they are cutting down old growth trees out here. It's exactly the kind of ammunition we need to take them down. Even if the lawyers and the corporate shills try to bury this, and they will, we'll be able to use this to drive up our recruitment, as well as cash for our crowdfunding campaign. With this, we can finally take things to the next level. Yeah, let's take this then.
There you are.
Sweet. Great. Hey, look, we have been so productive today. She's, let's talk about what that is for a moment. Understandable, but I feel they also suffer from too many things going on trying to prioritize based on the fire close to them at any one moment. Yes. She'd just been tortured for like a full day. She wasn't in her right mind. I'm 2 scenes behind, but when have any of the characters played not acted squirrely? And so here's the thing. You have to understand where Colette was coming from versus where Regina was coming from. Colette believed that Regina was a person, she was in charge of Regina and that whole team, right? So from Colette's point of view, Regina is her cell, right? Because that cell told the SS that they worked for military intelligence. Colette had every reason to believe that was true, right? That this is her cell, and this cell is loyal to her, that they've been recruited, and that cell is on her side. That she gives them missions, and they fulfill those missions, and in return for fulfilling those missions, she gives them things, right? So, for example, she got Dimitri out of the Drancy camp before everybody at the Drancy camp was going to be shipped away. She got him out, right? She's like, I cannot keep him here safely. We're going to take him out of there, right? And she got him out. She got him to a hospital. She got him healed up. And then she returned him when it was like, he should probably return. Like, so she also has been making sure that Regina's files do not come to light, because Regina was a burned agent. Like, they realized that she was giving data to the British, which is why one of the reasons why Regina escaped Germany in the first place is because she had been working for military intelligence as an assassin, but then she was basically giving information to the British, which is how she met Tango, and then they found out, right? So we need to go down this way. So let's go down this way. And they found out, which means that she's basically wanted, and Colette has been suppressing those files so that it wouldn't come out, right? So that it wouldn't come out. Because Regina is now in public. Like, Regina has come forward and she's like, I'm Regina. And I'm like, I'm myself. Like, she's being upfront about who she is. Like, she's not hiding her identity. But her actual identity is a burned agent. So Colette has been suppressing those files so she doesn't get in trouble, right? So basically protecting Regina. She's given them money, she's given them resources, right? So, like, basically, from Colette's point of view, this is her cell that she's in charge of and that she's done a lot for to keep them safe. And they did not do their job in assassinating that guy, which put everything at risk. They killed him eventually, but they waited way too long. She's like, you need to do this right now, not later, but right now it's crucial, and they didn't, which got her kidnapped and tortured, and it almost put everything at risk. So they were already on a little bit of thin ice, right? But from her point of view, still, this is her team that she's done a lot for. And they had some bad stuff happen to them, and she's like, okay, I need to know what's going on, right? She's like, you're my team. I need to know what's going on. I need to know what you're up to, what's happening, because she can't, she can't cover for them if she doesn't know what's happening, right? Also, they're her cell, so she feels as if she has the right to know what they're doing because they're her cell, basically, right? So from her point of view, this is my cell. They need to keep me in the loop with what they're doing, and they kind of need to just do a little bit better job. Now, I will also note that Regina was a little bit iffy way back when, right? Like, Regina threatened to kill Colette when Regina... Excuse me, give me a second. Where's this? Okay, all right, we're fine. Regina threatened to kill Colette, threatened to kill her. And then, and I actually think that Regina was choosing between killing Colette or killing the other guy. It wasn't certain who she was going to kill or not. It was a little bit of a touch or go who she was going to kill. She did not kill Colette in the end, but Colette remembered that, right? And was like, okay, this Regina is being a little bit, like, she's a little inconsistent, right? But I'm going to continue this because my boss recruited this team, so we'll see. And what happened there at that moment was this. Colette's like, you are my asset, and you can't just not tell me what you're doing, right? That's not how a chain of command works. Also, I cannot do my job protecting you if you do not tell me what you're doing. Also, that's not how this works, right? You're my asset. You need to tell me what you're doing. And Regina does not like being told what to do. And also, the team never was her asset, right? They said they were, but they weren't. And so Regina had a bad day. And so Regina killed her, right? Because she doesn't like being told what to do. But from Colette's point of view, it only makes sense, right? Because if you think this is your cell of your agents, and it is your job to give them missions and to find out what they're up to and what they're doing so that you can cover for them. And like Colette's like, okay, if you're now being very famous and forth and upfront, I really need to know what you're doing because, like, how am I supposed to keep you all safe, especially when one of you is kind of, well, actually both of you are wanted. Like, both Oscar and Regina, it's a little bit tricky. So she's like, I need to know what's up, my agents, or I can't do my job. Also, she's still trying to figure out like what they're about. But unfortunately, if Regina does not like being told what to do, and when she's in a bad day and she's very stressed, she will just kill you. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? And that was a situation where Colette was under the impression that these people were a secret cell for military intelligence, and that actually is not true. And when Colette's like, you can't just not tell me things because I'm your boss, Regina's like, I'm going to kill you. And that's what happened, right? That was what happened. So, and I think that's just one of those things that Regina acts rashly, which in their circumstances is both a liability and an asset. Yeah, so it's and she's also, like, Regina is at this moment, I think it's going to get a little bit worse because Regina has just lost Hannah, and Hannah has functioned in some ways as her conscience, right? Like, Regina couldn't go and be completely off the rails because Hannah was there, and she didn't want to, like, necessarily disappoint Hannah, I think. But Hannah is now gone. Hannah's gone, right? Like, Regina has been telling Hannah from, like, day one that I need you to leave the country because I cannot do what I need to do if you're here. And Hannah resisted. Hannah's like, I'm not going anywhere. But then we got another doctor. So Pritam came, the prince. And with the other doctor, that means Hannah knows somebody will take over her practice. So the women of Paris will have someone to provide reproductive health and abortion services, so she could leave for that reason. And she really left because her parents were screwed over. Like her parents, when the team, I see them. We'll see. When the team stole the wine and vegetables from her family and then kind of just kept them, like they don't, like they were sitting there in the bunker for days and days and days, right? I mean, this is about timing, right? This is about timing. They sat in the bunker for days and days and days, not dealing with this issue, which meant that, and they were like, oh, I'm sure we'll give this stuff back to, Regina's family. Hannah's family. We'll give it back. But they didn't. They kept them in the bunker. And the thing is that you have travel permits. And those travel permits are only good for a certain number of days. And they kept them in the bunker too long. So Hannah's dad missed his window to sell his goods, and now it's so late that it's going to look suspicious. Like, well, where were you? And your travel permit has expired. So, nope. So, he basically can't sell his goods anymore, which means his farm is completely ruined because the team kept them in the bunker too long. So his entire, like, they're ruined. Like, that family is ruined. That's it for them. I think I'm out of water. I drank all that water, and I'm out of water now. That's not great, everybody. Well, we're gonna just have to drink some coffee to give us a little bit of something, and we're gonna keep going, and we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Yeah, we're just gonna see how we make it, how we get there. The cabin we're taking a shortcut. It should be shorter this way than the way we came, so that's better than nothing. Also, I feel like we should save because I'm a little nervous. We're gonna save. Yeah, so Hannah's family was ruined, right? Because the gang kept them in the bunker too long. And they just left them there for days. You know what I mean? And they're like, well, now we can't sell our goods and leave. Like, basically, we're screwed. And so Hannah's like, okay, well, my family's screwed. And I'm going to go back for my pants on the way back out. So, like, my family's screwed. I can't, hey, Barator, how are you? So, like, she's like, my family's screwed. They need to leave. They cannot stay here. Like, basically, her family cannot stay in Paris. And they can't go back to their farm because their last chance of money was basically ruined by them being stuck in the... Like, basically, they're screwed over, right? Ooh, you made tuna casserole? Ooh, tuna casserole. Ooh. I want to make some tuna casserole, but I have some ground beef that I need to cook, so I should not make tuna casserole, but I will. Yeah, so Hannah only left because there was a doctor to replace her, and her family got screwed over really badly. And so she's like, well, they need to leave, and so I'll take them out. And Regina has wanted me to leave all this time. There's somebody who can, the women who rely on me can be taken care of now, and my family's screwed, so I will go. Ooh, the boss wants to chat with you next Thursday? That's amazing. Ooh, that's so amazing. I'm so excited for you, Baron Tor. Like, I'm very excited, and I am crossing my fingers for you. I am certain you will get this job. I feel like your chances are very, very good, and I'm very excited for you. That's so cool. You have to let us know. Yeah, so Hannah left, and now without Hannah there, Regina does not have a moral compass to stop her from doing awful things. So, we will see how that goes. But, yeah. So I will say that, and that's the thing, I have to also say that, like, Regina's trouble aspect is that she's got the heart of a killer, right? So that is always there. That she is a little murdery. Oscar also has a bit of that problem that he tends to have a little bit of bleed. He gets a little bit lost in the violence as well. So those two are very good at violence and not so good at controlling when and where they do it. I feel like we need an after-season action report from the facilitator. Now this is oh gosh, I gotta tell you, there's so much stuff that I've been holding inside, keeping hold of, that I've just not been able to come out yet. But it's funny because really, honestly, Colette was basically like, Regina, why are you acting so weird? Like, you're my agent. Why are you not telling me what you're doing? And Regina's like, we do what we need to do. And she's like, hold on a second. You are my employee. You know what I mean? Like, I cannot do my job if you do not tell me things. And Regina did not appreciate that. And so killed her. But Colette was basically acting, I think, in a reasonable manner for someone who believed they were talking to somebody who was their asset. Trouble, of course, was that they never were her asset, right? That actually was just a lie. But it wasn't actually true, right? Regina, why are you acting so weird? Regina, why are you acting so weird? Kill! Yeah. Yeah. And Colette had no reason to believe that that team was not actually her asset, right? So, like, bad times. So, but I did say to Dot, because that was a compel, and Dot thought that it would be just an automatic kill rather than have to roll for it, and so there was some confusion. Like, for me, it was like, I give you the fate point to attempt to kill her, but that doesn't mean it actually will happen. It did happen in the end, but because she wasn't clear on it, I took it back as a compel, and I told her that there would be no negative consequences for her for killing Colette. So all the things that happened with Colette, which would normally cause a lot of trouble, having the one person who was protecting you and keeping your files safe killed, was not great. It's bad times. It's not good. But I told her that I would not have anything, that there would be no, basically, I just gave her a free fate point. I didn't, there will be no consequences for her killing Colette, because it wasn't clear for her what the compel was. She thought that it was going to be an auto kill, whereas I said you should have to roll for it. So since it was not clear, she will not have any negative consequences for that murdering of Colette, which means that somebody else will have, like, things have to sort of happen slightly different ways in that way. But I am nice. I am. But I think, but it's important for me to make sure that my players are feeling good.
Like night is coming.
But this is also, like, one of the reasons why I want there to be an option for them wherein, if they want, I just won't give them compels if they don't like that. They, like, all compels will be self-compels. That basically, I want to make sure that as a player, you actually do want me to compel you, because if you don't want me to compel you, then I will not. You can always self-compel yourself if you want a fate point, but I will, like, if a player opts out of GM compels, then I will not compel them. They can just self-compel if they want. But I don't, because I don't want, because, like, now the thing, of course, is that a player can always pay a fate point not to have the compel if they don't want it. But for some players, that stresses them out, So I want to make sure that the players have the experience that they want. Does Elias know all this? He was pushing the "why can't I find your records" pretty hard. He does. There's a bunch of things he does not know, right? Because he is not omniscient. There are things he knows and there are things he doesn't know. He went looking for Regina's records and has not been able to find the most recent parts of her records because they're being suppressed. Now, Colette was the person who was suppressing them, but she's dead now. He has, at this point in time, not been able to get access to her final records, which he thinks is weird. And he wants to know why he can't get a hold of her final records. He thinks that's odd. Now, he doesn't really have authorization to get hold of those records, but he has his ways, and he's not been successful in getting those records, and he wants to know why that is. Let's take this wolf meat, why don't we? Let's do that. Right, so he wants to know why he's not getting access to these things that he feels like he should be able to get access to. So he's like, he's like, what? Now, of course, he's not military intelligence, so he technically should not really have access to her records. But he's been looking. He's been looking into her quite a lot, and he's wondering why he cannot get access to those particular records. And so he's curious about it. He'd like to know what's up with that. Okay, so look, here we are. We're on our way. We're on our way. And we're just we've gone up in weight a little bit, but that's okay, because I'm going to drink some coffee and then eat some stalks, and that will reduce my weight a little bit, and we will be fine. Just absolutely fine. It'll be great. While we just do that, it'll be great. So yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna kind of try to fill myself up a little bit while we're here. It'll reduce the weight of my encumbrance a little bit. It'll be fine. Just here we are. Yeah. So he's snooping into her hardcore, and we're gonna see how all that goes. Because I know who the other person is who's suppressing Regina's files and why. Because there's got to be someone else who's doing it, since Colette is dead, and I promised Dot that Colette's death would not come back to bite her because the compel was unclear to her. So there's somebody else. I know who it is. We'll see what happens to that person, if they get killed or not. And I'm moving slowly. I'm moving slowly right now. I see it. I'm moving slowly because I'm encumbered, but I need all the stuff that I have right now. That's it. I just need it. Yeah, so Colette was working under what made sense to her. It's just that it did not make sense for Regina. Nope. We're gonna deal with this. Go, go, go. Fight. Fight. No, go, 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 go. Okay. Yep. Okay. It's great. Got a laceration, everyone. It's fine. We're gonna deal with that laceration, I think. Do I have to? How am I doing? Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's okay. I'm okay. I'm probably just, my clothing is just probably damaged, is what I'm assuming. Yeah, like I just have some damaged clothing. Oops, that's it. It's fine. It's fine. Just, it's late. We need to repair stuff. We're fine. I mean, I don't know how fine we are because we're, we don't have enough water or food. Yeah, and we're walking really slowly because we're over encumbered. But yeah, the gun could be better. Could be better. It's fine. I'm gonna try something a little bit. I was trying to wait till it gets closer so I can actually get a good shot of actually hitting it, or at least scaring it away. But as it is. What Crit is realizing, I'm going to need fresh bottles and a hug buddy for this season. Ooh, yeah. So they kept history on track in the end, right? By not allowing the conspiracy to sort of come to fruition earlier. Now, of course, the other big question is the Wannsee conference, right? Because they plan on going to the Wannsee conference, and I don't know what they're going to do there. I don't know if they're going to try to kill everyone there, or if they're going to, I don't know if they're going to try to kill everyone there, or if they're going to try to gather info on what's happening at the Wannsee conference and then expose it. I don't know what they're going to do with that. We'll find out this season. So there is something happening potentially happening this season that could lead to some big historical changes, or at least potentially, but we'll find out what happens. Trooper has been watching The Jerk too many times. All I need is this coffee machine, and these stacks of wood, and this empty can. Yes. Yes. I feel like I should be perhaps caring a little bit less than I am, but thank you, Rissa. But remember, when I walk slowly, all that means I get to chat with you more, right? It's just I just get to chat with you all a little bit more, and who doesn't love that? I feel like we all love that. That's what I. Oh, you know what I think's going on? I don't have the extra weight cap, which is probably why because I'm a little tired and thirsty, so I don't have the extra weight. Chatting. I'm just so slow right now. You know what we could do? We could have more coffee. Yes, we're gonna just have more coffee, and that'll fix us. Boom. Okay, it didn't completely fix us, but we're getting there. Look, here we are. We're right here. We just need to go here. We're like grand. It's great. So anyway, will they change history? I don't know. Right now, they actually haven't changed much. There were all these opportunities for them to do a lot of really big historical changes, but they just have ended up reinforcing history rather than changing it. But we will see. I mean, for all I know, they'll do something really big with the Wannsee conference, and they'll change that. So that's something. On the plus side, they did, yeah. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. And I think one of the big questions is, are they going to gather info? Do you know what I mean? Like, are they going to gather info? Because Rissa says, I do love the night skies in this game, even if it means I can't really see anything on the ground. I feel like, yeah, like there's not much to see on the ground right now, especially with how slowly I'm moving. Yeah. Look, I really want to cook some of this meat that I have, but I know I only have some fishing huts, and they don't have like full. They only have like one top on the stove, and that's no good. But I do need to get some water. Even if they gather info, will they share it with either side? It's a good question. I mean, there are a number of good questions, right? Like, so for example, what does Elias want? What does Nicoletta want? What do they want? Are you going to figure it out? They know what the SS wants now, but what does Elias want? What does Nicoletta want? What does the General Stucknagel want? Do they know who their allies are? No worries, my temporal vision issues. Oh, I see. And I will get more. Here, let me see if I can. Probably not. Nope. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Deal with that later. Just going to see. Yeah. Yep. Onward. Onward. I believe the cabin is over there. We could go straight to the cabin. It's closer. We could go straight to the cabin. It's closer. And then afterwards we could go to to that place. That's probably a better idea. Let's do that. We're going to go to the cabin first so that we can like basically cook stuff, get water, like, do the things we need to do. I think that's probably a smarter idea. Then we can like rest and I feel like that's probably smart. And then once we are sort of completely rested and probably have a little bit less encumbered, then we can go and finish up that quest over there. I think this is my thought. I feel like it's probably smart to do that, right? And then we'll have a good place to what do you call it? Save and stop. Yes. I'm going to make some burritos tonight. So the big deal is, I think in the end, if they need to know, I feel like that team needs to find out more info, right? I feel like they need to gather more info is what I think. I think if they gather more info, they will put themselves in a better situation. Like, I think that Dot wants to turn... Excuse me? Dot wants to turn Elias against Nicoletta. Oh, all right. Well, that scared him off. So, like, I think Dot wants to turn Elias against Nicoletta. And she's like, well, you know, maybe if I showed, like, him those photographs and all that. And I was like, Nicoletta kissed Oscar right in front of Elias, and Elias didn't do anything. So you have to figure out what motivates Elias, because clearly Nicoletta kissing some dude in front of his face, in front of his boss's faces, did not move him to get super angry. So you'll have to figure out what drives him. If you want to do that, you have to figure out what drives him. So, like, you have to, like, figure out, you have to gather info. And it may not be that easy to turn Elias against Nicoletta. But to figure out how to do that, they've got to figure out more about what their relationship's about. Like, what is their relationship? Like, what does he feel about Nicoletta? What does she feel about him? What is the nature of their marriage? Because it's hard to sort of drive something apart if you don't know what is keeping it together. Do you know what I mean? So they're going to have to figure that out. What does he want? What does she want? What does he know about her? What does she know about him? Killer, possible info gatherer, misinfo giver, and then soon to be corrupted heart. This is going to be interesting. I joke that I have a reverse sad. I'm happier on rainy days, darker and cooler. Desert is not my happy place. Y'all, I feel really good about the fact that we are going to this cabin rather than to finish up that mission. But I feel like that's really good, right? Like, I feel like we've been super productive, even though we had like a stream fail. I feel like it's true, Krellin. Rissa is only happy when it rains. I feel like she's only happy when it's complicated. And I think I can appreciate it that she's only happy when it rains. Yes. Look, and also I'm going to dump some stuff in this cabin before I go down to finish that mission with the code talkers, those folks, so that I'm moving a little bit more quickly. And then I'll pick it back up again when I come back. So, like, it's all gonna be fine. Like, it's gonna be okay. Like, it's all right. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Yeah. So there's like a lot going on there. And I will say that there are people they may have forgotten about, but I haven't forgotten about them. Like, for example, Elodie's a really good example, right? Like, Elodie has been here all along. Do you know what I mean? She's been here all along, our Elodie. I moved to Seattle for the weather before summers became just as hot and unpleasant as my hometowns. Yeah. Climate change. So I don't know, like, so you know how Elodie was up there, like, with Mother Courage, right? And the group was, like, a little suspicious of the team because they're like, are you working with the Nazis or not? And then Tango's like, we are totally not. Mother Courage believed Tango. Then they're, like, you know, trying to work together. The communists go and help our team get some people killed. Regina's a little bit hostile. Mother Courage is trying to, still has, like, is looking for the bigger picture. She's like, I need supplies from London. I want to do, like, some, like, collaboration. And I feel like we can work this. Elodie is not positively inclined. Then Luke fingers some communists and is in the paper for it. They're like, what the hell? Why did you turn in our people? I thought we were allies. Nobody in the team knows that except for Elodie and Mother Courage, because Mother Courage, basically Elodie's like the second in command. So Elodie knew, Mother Courage knew, the rest of the team did, rest of the communists did not know. Because, you know, Mother Courage did not think it was necessarily really great if they knew, because she still wanted to try to salvage the situation if she could. But Regina just basically refused to give her any reason. Like, Mother Courage was like, please tell me, give me some kind of reason why you did this so that I can justify this with my people. Like, I need to, like, I want to keep working with you. You've got to give me you got to give me something. And Regina's like, no, you would do the same thing. And Mother Courage's like, I would not. And Regina's like, I don't believe you. I'm sure you would. And Regina's like, well, Mother Courage's like, since you could not give me anything, we cannot work together. But I'm not going to, like, at this point, like, this is just not going to happen. But I'm not going to screw you over because, again, long-term, right? Long-term thinking. Which was not what made Elodie happy. Elodie was pissed off. Real pissed. I have to wonder what Tango and Sylvie would say about the current situation if they came back to town. I don't know. I'm very curious. Got my pants back, by the way. Just in case you want to know. We're going to start a fire while we're here. Let's do that. Let's start that fire.
That should help warm things up.
Awesome. And let's add fuel because that's not a lot of fuel, but it's some. And let me turn off my... We've got this. We got the fire. This is not going to last very long, but let's see what we can do. Because if we can cook a little bit while we're here... and then get some water, because we're, like, not in the best position when it comes to supplies. And actually, you know what else? We're going to need more fuel. And this is where we're going to set ourselves up for success before we leave. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can get some fuel that we can put in here. Because if we can, then we can, let's see what we've got. I wonder if I can put these papers in here. You know what I mean? Like, let's see what we can do. Okay, let's go back. Let's see what we've got. So yeah, so that was like very tricky. Oh, but Elodie, I was going to tell you what happened with Elodie. So because Elodie and Regina were really in not a good relationship with each other, they were not getting along at all. Like, at all. Like, in any way. What happened was that Mother Courage sent Elodie out to, how the communists had that cell that was out by the landing strip, like 50 kilometers. Hey, Hawkeye, like 50 kilometers out north. You know that little cell where the landing strip is, the communist landing strip. Well, Mother Courage sent Elodie out there out in the countryside because she's like, you two are not getting along, and I cannot have this right now. So she sent Elodie out to the countryside. And then of course, then our team has been continuously fingering the communists for everything. Like, for that kidnapping, like, anything that bad was happening, our team blamed the communists for it. And that just laid just lots and lots of heat on the communists, like, lots of heat on them. And so finally then, the powers that be came down and, like, took them out. But Elodie was not there. Elodie was not at the shop because Elodie had been sent away because of that tension. And so what Elodie knows is that this team that fingered her people, that her mother seemed to be super invested in for some reason, they have been setting up her people to be the fall guys for things, which she really does not appreciate at all. And now she sees that they're living like they said that the communists kidnapped this woman. They didn't, right? They didn't kidnap that woman. So they're clearly actively working against them. And they're living in this big luxury hotel. So from Elodie's point of view, they were told that they were double agents, like working against the Nazis, but really it doesn't look like that to her. And the one person who was sort of convincing was Tango, and he's gone. They don't know where he is. So Tango is gone. Sylvie, the club woman, is gone. All of a sudden, those two people are gone. They could be dead, for all Elodie knows. And all we are left with is a bunch of Germans, right? Like, Tango and Sylvie were Americans, and that's something, right? But all we're left with is a bunch of Germans. who are now hanging out at the headquarters of the occupational forces and blaming them for everything. So as far as Elodie knows, these people are just Nazis. And then her mother was captured and her mother died, and she is not happy with her mother dying, right? She's very upset, and she blames that group, and so she does not think of them as allies at all. She thinks of them as Nazis. So she's not feeling positively inclined toward our group. And yeah, Mother Courage is dead. Mother Courage is dead. And it's interesting because this actually comes back to a conversation, right? The conversation that Mother Courage had with by the way, we're just waiting for this to, we're just letting this do its thing a little bit. Mother Courage had that conversation, right, with Regina, and Mother Courage was like, "Why did you like sell our people out?" And Regina's like, "I did it for my people. Like basically, I would sell your people out anytime to save my people, and you would do the same." And Mother Courage was like, "Thank you, Rissa. I'm just waiting for some of this to, finish itself up a little bit. I just need some water." Right, so like Regina's position was like, yeah, I totally turned your people into the Nazis because I did it to protect my people and you would do the same. Mother Courage was like, no, I would not actually, because we're allies and I would not turn my allies over to the Nazis. And Regina's like, you would to protect your daughter. And she's like, no, if my daughter were captured, I would probably break her out. Like I would do something different. I would not turn you in to get my daughter out. I would find some other way. Right, because she's like, no, because you were our people. Exactly. That's right. That's right, Krella. Mother's like, no, I considered you also part of my people. I've already, it's like I would not have done that, right? Because you were our people. And if my daughter were captured, I'd find some other way to get her out other than turning you in. And she's like, I think what she said was like, I would probably go and like, bust them out. And so what happened, right, was when that group was captured, Elodie was not there, but the group was captured. Mother Courage was captured, and she was taken to Gestapo headquarters, right? She was taken to the headquarters to be interrogated. And she knew that her daughter would basically try to launch some kind of assault to get her out, to rescue her. And she knew that that would not be a good idea, that because the whole group was splintered and fractured the way it was, that it would not be a successful mission, and that her daughter would likely be killed, or her sons, that like it would be terrible, right? That if her daughter tried to bust her out, it would she would probably lose her daughter. So rather than allow that to happen, she threw herself out of the 6-story window of the building, and she plummeted to death. She killed herself so that her daughter would not be able to, right? Like do that. Yeah, right. She did not want her daughter to launch an assault that would get her killed. So rather than be tortured for information, rather than be an excuse for her daughter to launch some kind of assault, Mother Courage threw herself out the window and she died because she didn't want her daughter to get killed, right, on her behalf. So, yeah. This is the same disconnect as with Colette in a way. Colette thought they were her people, but that's not how Regina saw it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Regina, the only people Regina is only loyal to her team. Like, and that is it, right? She is, she is loyal to Oscar and Pritam and Frida. She's loyal to the people in her team, but if you are not in her team, you are not in her team. You know what I mean? And she is not going to help you if you are not in her team. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right, Crone. Yeah. So, and it's just the problem is that there are people who are like, we want to be allies, and she's like, okay, but she's not actually allies with them. She's using them, right? Like for her, those are not her allies. Like those are people to use. not people to trust, right? She just does not trust people unless you're in her team. So that becomes, a kind of a tricky situation. Okay, we've got 49 minutes. I feel like, by the way, I should probably get some more fuel while we're here, and then we'll go. Yeah, so Mother Courage threw herself out that window because she wanted to save her daughter, basically. But the problem, of course, is that when Mother Courage threw herself out the window and Elodie found out about it, Elodie could not then go try to, launch some kind of mission that would not have been a good idea, because Elodie would have. Elodie totally would have tried to go and get her mother out of there, which would have been a bad choice. It would have been a bad choice. I wonder if the fire's still going or if it's gone out already. I hope it hasn't. Let's see. Let me see what's going on with my storm lantern. Let's, actions, refuel. Yeah, I'm just running out of fuel, everybody. Yeah, I'm out of fuel. That's awesome. It's not awesome. It's the worst. I need to set up our thing, right? So, but of course, what happens now is that Elodie, no longer having her mother, right? Her mother's gone. That whole cell up there is destroyed. She's out in the countryside, and her mother's dead. She doesn't know about her brothers, how they are. She assumes, it's out. She assumes they too are dead, and she is pissed. You know what I mean? Like, she is... Well, I need the fuel can for when I get more. So let's just take that. This is non-potable water, but I should be able to... I have a purification tablet, which I should be able to use. I believe those are here. Antibiotics. I believe this is them, right? These water purification tablets. So let me use these. Because at least I, am using it. Okay, and I think I need one more. I feel like all my water's good, right? Do we feel this way? I think this is the case. I feel like all my water is currently potable. That's awesome. So in this case, what I'm gonna do is light the stove one more time. And oh, I don't have any fuel. I don't, really? I thought I did. Well, you know what? I am going to, right now, eat. We're going to eat before we go to sleep. To, and then we're going to go to sleep. And then I'm going to leave the game. That's it. Because we're going to have just we're going to do. It's our life. It's going to be fine. We're just getting rid of some of the things. I really thought I thought I had stuff. Like, I thought I had some reclaimed wood that I could use to set up that fire again, but I suppose I didn't. But I've got to cook some meat. Yeah, I'm going to drink this sleepy tea. I'm going to do that after but like, eating takes time, so I'm going to eat first. It's our life. It's now or never. Yeah, so Elodie's, and I think they just are like, we don't care about that. You know what I mean? Like, we're fine. We're fine with that, right? And I just don't know how that's going to go for them, because she's out there and she's not happy. Is like the best way I could put it. She is like not a happy camper, our Elodie. And she blames that group for her mother's death. And she has it out for them. Because as far as she can tell, right, as far as she can tell, they are Nazis. And if they're not themselves Nazis, they're might as well be Nazis, right? Like, that's... hey, oh, no worries. No worries. And we've just slept. Yeah, so that's it. For her, as far as she's concerned, they might as well just be Nazis for her, right? She does not... She thinks that maybe Tango and Sylvie weren't Nazis. She thinks that's entirely possible. I will, thank you. But she doesn't see them around anywhere. And she's like, did they kill them? Like, did those two people, those Germans, did they kill them? Like, America's gone to the war and all of a sudden they're missing. If they, like, where'd they go? Because she doesn't know where they went. You know what I mean? Like, nobody told her where they went. And so she is, yeah. Nazi sympathizers, Nazi enough, right? Yeah, so that's where she's at. Okay, look, and here we are. We are carrying a lot of stuff, apparently, but we will get rid of it as we travel. It'll be fine. I really thought that I had some wood. I really did. I thought I had wood. Did I not take wood? Did I not? I thought I did. I really thought I did, folks. Apparently I didn't. Well, that's fine. We're going to save. Save this game. We did a lot. I'm very proud of ourselves. Like, I'm very proud of us at this moment. And let me go over here. Hey. So I don't know what was up. I bet I could have played this on the other screen at some point in time, but you know, they got a little mysterious with us. So everybody, hey, how are you? How are you doing? I'm really excited for tomorrow. I'm going to tell you something that is going to be vague. It's a spoiler, but it's not a spoiler. It's just vague. So Colossus tomorrow, but no Outer Worlds on Saturday. Instead, I'll be in Cupid on Mute, which is an improv show by Unexpected Productions, which is a theater over in Seattle. And that'll be 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central European time. And it's like improv. It's an improv show. It's going to be 4 episodes. And it's basically a fake reality dating show. And I've got a gold chain and everything. So you should all come and see it. It's for theater, sort of helping out theater. Tomorrow's going to be Kolos, which is going to be a solo session with Oscar. And I suspect Oscar is planning on ruining some plans that some people have. I'm going to just say this. There is a reason why Elias went and found Jeanette. And let's see whether or not Oscar ruins Elias's plans. Let's just see. What are Elias's plans? It's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I know. I know what Elias's plans are. But the players don't know. And, yes. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out. And Chess is totally 29 and not at all older. Nope, not at all. The dress rehearsal was fun. Oh, good, yeah. Krellin was there for the dress rehearsal, and so you should totally see. You should go and watch it. I encourage you all to watch it. I'm really excited. It would mean a lot to me if you could, because like this is a big deal for me. So thank you. I haven't been able to do theater. I've done some like one-off theater events, like a fundraiser here, a thing there. But this is like really exciting for me. So if you can make it, that'd be great. Let's find out how much Oscar ruins Elias's plans, and how Elias will then adjust to whatever ruination will happen, because I imagine that Oscar will ruin Elias's plans tomorrow night. And then Saturday, come and see me for Cupid on Mute. And then on Sunday at 4 p.m., come and see me over at Table Story for Faint Dawn, where I'm playing a necromancer who, yeah. You know what's really interesting? You know how my character, if you watch Faint Dawn, my character's like, hey, if somebody dies, it's fine. You just put their spirit in a body and it'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. So the problem with that is, an necromancer under a couple if he gets one more point of stress, he's getting a trauma, and that'll be great for him. But what I will say is, he thinks it's pretty easy to just be put back in the body of in a new vessel, and then he'll come back as a vampire, and he'll be fine. I'll just note that being a vampire gives you powers, but vampires their whole entire goal is to kill people. So if he came back put into a vampire body, he would not be the same person, and neither would be the person that he's trying to bring back. And he doesn't know that, right? Because he was told how to do this from a vampire who clearly would not tell him the truth, right? So he's like, oh, you just put them back in they'll be the same person, but just in a new vessel, and it'll be fine. But that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true, actually. If you get put back like, vampires are not nice people, and he wants to bring back Lorthair, right? He's obsessed. He's in trauma, grief, and stress, and he's not thinking clearly. It's not a good idea, but he doesn't know that exactly. Yeah, he doesn't know that exactly. But it's fine. It's fine. I don't even imagine that's going to happen this season, but we'll see what happens. But then at 8 p.m. over at Praxis Channel, you should come and watch me in Romance of the Blue Rose, where I play Russ the Rhyhawk. And Lorthair of the Hill People. Yes, grieving necromancers are dangerous. They are. It might be better to actually have the vessel be one of the like clockwork people, but that takes a really long time. So we will see how that goes. And I need to get some different skills. But so come and see me in those places, and then next Wednesday, come and see me over at Praxis Channel, probably at 7:30, 8 o'clock, for The Witcher Roads Home. And that's where you can find me. So I saw that my socials were put out there. If you'd like, follow and subscribe here. All of your subscriptions are very helpful. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And we have a Discord. Join our Discord. We're very friendly. You can find me on Twitter at Academic Foxhole. We have a Patreon at Academic Foxhole, and that goes to support the shows because we do not currently have any sponsors, but I should get on top of that. And then the YouTube is the archive of all the shows if you want to catch them up there, and that's where to find me. And I'm going to go and do that secret email that I told you about, the secret email, which, cross your fingers for me. We'll see what that's about. It's a secret, but we'll see. And I'm going to make some food, and then I'm going to go and talk to some universities about doing a colloquium. And you will see me tomorrow night for City of Light and Shadow, everyone. So, oh yeah, we're gonna go and make some new. We're gonna make some new emotes for the channel. So we're gonna have to figure out what emotes we need. Yes. So that's what we're gonna do. But I am going to go and make some food, and do some emails, and then I will see you all around. And I want to thank you all for being here. And yeah, I'm having some burritos. I'm gonna get some. I've got some ground beef that was defrosted, and that needs to happen. Yes. So, my friends, thank you all for being here. Thank you for being awesome, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Bye.